The Supervision and Corrections Department shows Jaime Sandoval violated the conditions of his probation.
And two people were accidentally shot this afternoon at a home on Airline Road. This just in. Police say a man shot himself in the leg. And two people were accidentally shot this afternoon at a home on his girlfriend. Their injuries are described as Airline Road. Police say just in. To the district Police say a man shot himself in the leg, and the same bullet went through his leg and then grazed his girlfriend. Through the area of their injuries are described as minor. Noticed all the road work that's taking place. It's part of a reconstruction project that began about 2 years ago. Well, if you've traveled through the area of Thursday, lane shifts will go into effect, and they're expected to affect traffic on both project and Weber about 2 years ago. Won't be the only one more change. Beginning next Thursday, lane shifts will go into effect.
The construction at the intersection here behind me isn't just causing headaches for drivers. Business owners in the area are already taking a financial hit. The construction at the intersection here behind me isn't just causing headaches for drivers. Business owners in the area are already taking a financial hit
for in the weeks and months to come. And for business owners, road work at Weber and Galahad has nearly bulldozed a smooth road. That's all residents like Ferdinand Penny say they hope for in the weeks and months to come. And for business owners, road work at Weber and Galahad has nearly bulldozed. People living in the area say the construction has taken longer than expected.
So for the first week or two, it was very slow.
People living in the general manager at Silverado taken longer than expected. Great links to keep customers coming back despite the road work.
And two people were accidentally shot this afternoon at a home on
Airline beginning next week.
Actually, this is the first time actually hearing about it. So now that I know that information, we'll see how we're going to work.
In a press release from the city of Corpus Christi, there is no completion date listed for this project here at Weber and Galahad. Emily Hamilton for 6 News.
Now, the road work is part of a bond 2014 project.
I knew something was up in the morning. She's like, oh, I love you, baby.
Well, good evening, everyone, and happy 4th of July. This holiday is always a busy one along the Bayfront, and this year is no different. The mayor's annual 4th of July Big Bang celebration is underway and will continue through the night. Our Nasila Pradier is joining us live along Shoreline Boulevard in Tequila. I know there's plenty going on before tonight's big fireworks finale.
Nick just has a really
there
great
is Paulo, and greetings from a very windy Bayfront today. You know, every year the Big Bang celebration features a full day of events for families, and the best part about it is that it's all free. In fact, one of those free events is happening right now and bringing out plenty of people. That's a family fun and music zone. That's going on down at Water's Edge Park. It features games, face painting, a petting zoo, and lots of other entertainment for kids and adults alike. Now, this event is going to wrap up in about an hour, making way for tonight's big events. Next up here is the Flint Hills Resources Patriotic Parade. That's going to start right here at 6. The route will begin right where we are now at I-37 and Shoreline, and then travel south down to Park Street. Now, Cole Park is always a popular spot for families to go on the 4th, and starting at 7 tonight, there will be music in the park by DJ Abel Bocanegra. Then capping off tonight's Big Bang celebration are the Harbor Bridge Light Show at 9, and that's followed by the big HEB fireworks show starting at 9:30. Now, if you're coming to any of tonight's festivities, it's probably best for you to get here early, be prepared for crowds and traffic. Those things are only expected to increase as we go through the night.
I'm more excited. You know, I'm not
live. Now, the RTA is providing a free park and ride service for tonight's events. It'll run from City Hall.
After a 30-minute procedure, Nicholas can now live a life
and if you're planning to make your way to the Bayfront for tonight's fireworks, you'll have some road closures to deal with. Moments ago, Highway 81, the far right lanes and northbound and southbound sides were shut down. The Burleson exit off of 181 will also be closed beginning at 7:30. This closure will be in effect until about midnight, so be prepared for some delays.
This just doesn't happen. It's a miracle.
Everyone, for many members of the community, Independence Day means more than just cookouts and fireworks. It's about history.
4th of July,
today, several folks gather at the Oasis County Courthouse for a special reading of the Declaration of Independence. For 6 News reporter Jeremiah Marshall was there. And Jeremiah, what did the folks gather? What did it mean for them in attendance?
Yeah, Paulo, folks who attended this special reading say these documents were very important, and this is something that Americans should always keep in mind.
He survived 2 strokes within the past
Voices
10 years
came together and the national anthem rang outside the courthouse.
$162 has been deducted from his monthly Social Security check. The Department of the Treasury says he owes
The main stars at today's event, the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, documents that set the path and have shaped America.
People forget the reasons, they forget the things that were happening.
And to keep that from happening, organizers recommended says it's important to remember America's principles.
The purpose of July 4th is to remember the birth of this nation, and the birth of this nation started with the Declaration of Independence.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun to look at our founding documents, look at the things that have made us what we are.
Among those things that I was using my own, he says the values in these documents are essential to his job.
And in my job, elected officials preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Those taking part in today's readings varied in age from old to young, a sign that these words will carry on from generation to generation.
It should never be lost. The message, the suffering, the commitment of our founders should never be forgotten, should never be lost.
Mr. Romo, we told you from the get-go that these readings have going to be a long process, and you're messing with the government, so, you know.
Romo tells us his life insurance has
reporting
been
in
canceled
studio.
because
Good
he
words
can't
from the
pay the
sheriff
premium
there.
because the federal government is taking
All right, Gail, thank you for that. Well, North Beach was the setting for a first-of-its-kind 4th of July celebration. The first-ever Patriot Paddle Out was held this morning to honor our fallen veterans. Dozens brought their surfboards, kayaks, and stand-up paddleboards to North Beach. Folks took to the waters in Corpus Christi Bay and formed a circle. As the national anthem echoed over the water, they laid their flowers in the bay.
Action 10 Chief Meteorologist Sharon with your Doppler 10 weather forecast
for our country.
Well, I hope you're having a nice 4th of July. We had a beautiful start to the day with some high clouds going through, and all in all, we saw those clouds thinning out and a lot of sunshine this afternoon. Temperatures, well, they've been heating up all day long with that sun, and right now we're sitting in the 80s and 90s. In fact, right now we see the current conditions, 91 degrees in Corpus Christi. That heat index
put on by the Texas Surf Museum,
and as expected, there's that wind we were talking about. 25-mile-an-hour winds will be point at 77. It's humid out there and hot at 91 at Ross.
Welcome back as we get the July 4th holiday weekend. Lots of families may be spending time in pools or at the beach, maybe at a lake. John Lennon is here from the Department of Family and Protective Services. And John, knowing that, we have to remain vigilant,
yeah, it's steaming out there in Kingsville, 109 heat index, 100 at Port Aransas is what it feels like. So take care the next few days because we're going to be dealing with that kind of heat index here, and you got to be careful you don't overheat your bodies out in this kind of weather. But the wind is helping it feel a little cooler anyway, stirring up that air. 23-mile-an-hour winds in Corpus Christi, 18 at Alice, and that breeze is going to gradually come down this evening. Here's your evening forecast. The sun sets at 8:30. We've got those very warm temperatures at 7 at 88. That heat index at 7 still at 98 degrees. And as we head to 9 o'clock, 85 for the fireworks displays. It looks good tonight and breezy. Now, as we head out the door tomorrow, it's going to be just as hot. We see those temperatures climbing. In fact, a degree or two warmer in Corpus Christi, reaching close to 94 by 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Let's talk about some things, some ideas that you have.
For a few hours tomorrow afternoon. So steamy day tomorrow, not as windy though. Those winds coming down a little bit as we see these kind of high temperatures tomorrow, hitting 97 at Alice to 96 at Mathis, 90 at Ingleside, 94 at Corpus Christi tomorrow. We have our onshore flows rather strong today, but that's going to weaken over the next couple of days, and our windy weather will start to die down a little bit. Meanwhile, it's just quiet here. There's nothing happening in Texas. It's a nice quiet 4th of July, but to the north, we've already got tornado watch boxes and a severe storm watch for Colorado and up into Wyoming. Also showers and very unsettled weather for much of the east this afternoon.
Another thing that you've got here, you say it's important to teach water survival skills.
In fact, I don't have anything measurable in the forecast for the next 7 days. And the reason why is we're going to see this higher pressure starting to dominate our weather. It starts to build right back over us all the way through the weekend and through much of next week. And when we get these high pressures aloft that strengthen, it causes the air to sink, and that suppresses the air.
Make sure they can, if they get in over their head, that they have a way to get back to the side of the pool.
Tomorrow we're looking at upper 80s at the beaches. The wind's not quite as strong. A moderate rip current risk This morning was still at 85 degrees at Bob Hall and Port Aransas. We're looking at 3-foot waves tomorrow. Speaking of the wind, it does come down for the weekend, so it looks much nicer outdoors if you don't like the extreme for the weekend as the wind speeds do decrease. So here's your weekend forecast then. A lot of heat, a lot of humidity. It's July. You can certainly see it reflected in the next 7 days, then temperatures are going to stay pretty consistent. In fact, reaching into the low to mid 90s many days here, all the way into next week. Nights near 80 degrees. And I just don't see any measurable rain, anything organized coming in, except for a stray shower or isolated afternoon storm. It's looking dry right into next Thursday with those heat indices between 103 and 109.
Those who participate say it helps bring the community together. According to organize, the goal of the event is to show children the meaning of patriotism, love for their country, and appreciation for those who serve our country. This is the third year members of the military have participated in that event.
To party with their pets, but on holidays like
some local residents gathered at the courthouse earlier today for a different sort of 4th of July observance.
More pets go missing on the 4th of July than on any other day of the year.
They two important documents that shape our nation's future. They read the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights. I'll talk to some of these citizens about what motivated them to take part in this reading and what those documents mean to them in their daily lives. Hear the full story tonight on Chris 6 News.
That's what the founder of Paw Scout, Andrea Chavez,
some of you probably got rattled out of your sleep by the sound of fireworks last night. It's not just a nuisance, it's also illegal inside the city limits. And if you get caught, you could be fined $2,000 for each open package of fireworks found in your possession. Now, if you want to report illegal fireworks, you're best not to call 911. The phone number to call is 886-COPS. That's 886-2677.
Good noontime, everybody. All things considered, things are looking pretty good for today. Lots of sun, warm temperatures, already about 90 degrees, and no stormy weather. All that stormy weather from last night is long gone, and we are settling down into a rather hot summer kind of weekend coming up. It feels like 101 already, and the winds are going to be a little bit of a problem. The boaters, I hope they got out there early, because by this afternoon the winds will be up to about 25, maybe 30 miles an hour. Your noontime temperature at about 89, our peak at 92, and tonight partly cloudy, mostly fair skies, 85 degrees, right at about 9:30 when they're launching the fireworks. It'll be nice and breezy. That's going to help. You know, the breeze is good. If you're not out there trying to do a little boating in the middle of the bay. Here's our big storm that came through. It came right to Corpus Christi and then turned. Look at that. It went almost way up Highway 59 all the way to Houston. It's amazing how it developed right here. Dropped a lot of rain just to the northwest of us. Now here's the city. Didn't get much. I don't think we even got 100th of an inch at the airport. But starting at about the Cal Island, Robstown area, the rain began. It got really heavy from Orange Grove to Beeville, and then on up to George West and Campbellton, even out to Tilden. A lot of that falling in the watershed of Cook Canyon. So this is good to get some fresh rainwater in there, and also hopefully we can store it, because I think we're going to be needing it later this summer. Well, here's our little trough. This is the area of low pressure that allowed the storms to build.
He's approximately 5'8", 168 pounds with black hair and brown eyes.
Buoyancy in the atmosphere
if you
kept
have
them
any
going,
information, we can
but
locate
you can
Charles
almost
Perry
see
or any
the
of the fuses
circulation
on our
going
wheel.
around like
Please
this.
call Crime Stoppers
This
at
is why this is going
888-TIPS.
that way, and this is going south. But this is filling in, and it should be gone certainly by tonight and tomorrow. And high pressure, which is out here,
A
is going to
deadly
start
shooting
building
that
in
happened
over our
on
area.
SPID
That's
almost
going to make it
19 years
rather
ago has yet
warm
to
for the
be
next couple
solved.
days.
It's our
Hurricane
fight.
Barbara is down to a Category
Adrian
3,
Rios
and
was
as
fatally shot on
a
July 4th of
leftovers, as
2000
a
as he
low
drove a
or
red truck
tropical
down
depression is
SPID
forecast to roll
between
through
Ayers and
the Hawaiian Islands, but it's not, shouldn't be a storm. Here's what we expect, a decrease in the amount of moisture aloft. Therefore, we may have some low clouds, but not a lot of high clouds enough to trigger off any showers. More and more sun, and of course that means more and more heat. Temperatures are slowly rising as we get to the weekend. And as a matter of fact, the heat index by tomorrow will be at about 102. So it's getting up there. So enjoy the 4th of July. Happy birthday, America, and you and me and all of us. And then partly cloudy and 92, and then to 93, and then about 95 by the time we get to early.
Well, you may want to pay extra attention the next time you make a stop at the bank. Police say criminals are targeting people leaving the bank.
The first ever Patriot Paddle was held here this morning. Chris 6 News reporter Ashley Portillo took a trip to North Beach and has more on this 4th of July tribute.
Envelope in hand and then break into their vehicle to steal the money. Although they mostly watch for business transactions, police say thieves can and will target anyone.
With lays and garlands around their neck. Now, typically, paddle tributes like this are done by the local surfing community. Then a moment of silence is also held before the fire set. It's all a chance to honor fallen service members who have paid the
ultimate protect yourself, police recommend going straight from the bank to your destination and securing your money, and never ever leave any bank bag or envelope in plain view in your car.
This evening on Chris 6 News.
And back here at home, there are still lots of Independence Day activities coming up later. The big family fun and music zone opens at 3 p.m. near Water's Edge Park. At 6 p.m. it is the 4th of July parade. That'll take place along Shoreline Boulevard. The Harbor Bridge Light Show then begins at 9. The big fireworks show set to start tonight using fireworks within the city limits. And the Historical Morningside Preservation Society celebrated the 4th of the neighborhood parade.
Celebrating
that
once
neighborhood
again
near
receiving a
Incarnate Word
national
Academy
award
has
that
been around
recognizes,
since the
among other
1930s.
things,
About 17 years ago, they began holding their own 4th of July parade. It began with men pushing lawnmowers and kids on bikes. It's grown over the years, and today it included a fire truck and a bunch of classic
cars. A lot of people doing their own research before they came out here, I'm guessing.
Well, good afternoon, and thanks for joining us on this 4th of July. We hope that you're enjoying the day as we commemorate 243 years since our nation declared its independence. Today's celebration began with a solemn tribute at Sherrill Park.
Just 15 miles north of where a man came down with Liberty. Their research likely showed them that Rockport Beach is once again a blue wave beach.
Patriotic music set the tone for an observance that celebrated not just our nation's birthday, but the sacrifices of those who have fought to keep America free. Among the special guests were a group of Gold Star mothers. Their loved ones gave their lives for our nation.
The fisherman
One of
coming
the guest
down with the
speakers
flesh-eating
was a Marine
bacteria
veteran
Vibrio
of the
last
Korean
week, just
War.
down the coast from her vacation destination, sent Kelly Earnhardt to her computer.
We definitely researched the beach for the fact of the kids.
We actually Googled that before we came out to this beach.
Allison Spengler did her homework too. They both likely saw that the National Clean Beaches Coalition named Rockport a Blue Wave Beach. The certification recognizes cleanliness and bacteria monitoring, among other things, and it's a source of pride for those in charge.
We've had it for many, many years, but keeping it, like a lot of things, getting something's one thing, and keeping it over an extended period of time, we're very proud of that. And we even kept it through the cleanup after Harvey.
Almost 2 years removed from the hurricane, the beach is almost completely back to normal. And if you believe the Blue Wave Award, jump on in, the water's fine. For swimming, anyway.
It's salty. I accidentally took a gulp of it, and it did not taste good.
Didn't taste good because it was salty, of course. Rockport Beach isn't the only one in the coastal bend to win Blue Wave Awards. Also earning the honor for 2018 are 3 beaches at the Padre Island National Seashore: Malachite Beach, Little Shell Beach, and not to be outdone, Big Shell Beach. Reporting live in the studio, Seth Kovar, Action 10 News.
Action 10 Chief Meteorologist Sharon Ray with your Doppler 10 weather forecast.
In health news this morning, more than 30% of Americans have a condition called prediabetes. It happens when blood sugar levels are higher than normal, but not enough to be diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Sunrise reporter Roland Rodriguez joins us live again from the Amistad Community Health Center. And Roland, they, I think, want to help alert people to this condition, right?
The second brightest star visible in the sky. It was so bright.
Good morning,
Mike,
used
and good
sometimes
morning,
as a
South
navigational
Texas.
star
The
for
Health
ships
Center
in
wants
the
to
southern
help
seas.
and
Wow, that's
educate the
beautiful,
community
isn't it?
on how
Well,
to
back at home, we're going to have our own
prevent,
fireworks show here tomorrow evening. And the weather
and
looks
type
like it's
2
going to
diabetes.
cooperate as far as any rain is concerned. But outside today, we still have
The
a couple of
Amistad
showers in
Community
our
Health
far
Center
northern
is
counties.
offering a
Otherwise,
free
it's dry
type
across the
2
area. We're
diabetes
seeing 90
prevention
degrees right now in
program
Corpus
that has
Christi,
been
feeling like
endorsed by the
103. That's
Centers for
17
Disease
mile an hour
Control
wind, and
and
that dew point,
Prevention.
it keeps climbing a
You know,
little
one of the
bit.
things
It's
that
up
we
to
believe here
77
at
degrees
Amistad
today. You
really
can
is
feel
being able
that
to
air. That's
provide
very
our
sticky
patients
out
with an
there with
opportunity
temperatures right
to
now
improve their
hovering
health
close to 90
naturally.
in many
You know, so
areas.
we could
However, it got
prevent
furious
things
at
like
96 degrees
diabetes,
right now and
heart
right at the
disease, high
coastline.
blood
We're seeing
pressure, so we can
87 at
reduce
Port
our
Aransas.
medications
The
naturally
heat index,
and
what it
enjoy a
feels
better
like is
quality
over
of life.
100.
There
We're at
is an
104
epidemic
feels like
of prediabetes in the United States. 84 million Americans have this condition,
did pick
but
up today as
most
expected.
don't know
We're
it.
seeing those winds close to
All
20
sorts of
miles an
issues
hour in
become
many areas.
present.
And over the next several days,
Mortality
tomorrow
increases
it's
by
still going to be pretty
50%.
windy out
Medication
there.
costs
Friday it
double
starts to come
than
down
what
just a
someone
little
who is
bit,
not
and then
having
for
to
the
deal with the
weekend those
condition.
winds start to
Plus,
relax
this
slightly.
condition
We'll have nice
affects
breezes
every
blowing
part of
this
the
weekend,
body.
but certainly not as
Kidneys,
strong
it's
as
the
the
number one
4th of
cause of
July.
blindness.
So tonight, dropping down to
As I was
79
mentioning,
degrees, we'll see
amputations,
partly to
the
mostly
number one
cloudy
killer
skies, a
among
breezy and warm
individuals who
night
are
across
managing
the
the type 2
coastal
diabetes
bend.
condition
And then for the
is
holiday, it's
heart
looking
attacks.
dry,
While
except
the
for a
disease
stray
has a
early
long
morning
list
shower.
of devastating
It looks
side
like we're
effects,
just in for a lot of
lifestyle
sunshine in the
changes
afternoon.
have been
Those
shown
clouds
to
will thin
reduce
out,
the risk
and
of
we'll end up with
developing
temperatures
type
reaching
2
into the low to
diabetes
mid
by up
90s
to
tomorrow. It's going to be hot and
71%.
sticky for the 4th
And if we can
as
hit
that
it at
heat
the
index
source,
climbs
if
to
we can
106
inspire the
by 3
population,
o'clock.
the community,
It's going to be windy
to be
too. Those
able
winds
to
over 20
make
miles an
better
hour
choices
between 11 in the morning
and have
all
that
the way
support to
until
do
about
it in
6
an
in the
environment
evening.
where we can do it
All right,
little
these are
by
the
little,
forecast high temperatures for the
then we
4th.
can
Then
make
you
our
can see a windy day,
huge
94
The
Robstown,
support
Mathis
group
hitting
style
96.
sessions will
And
discuss healthy
closer to the
eating
beaches,
habits,
well, 88 degrees at
exercise
Port
routines,
Aransas,
and weight and stress management.
Speaking of the
This is
beaches,
more
it
like,
is going to be windy for the
here's some of
4th
the
of July.
suggested things
The waves up to
that
about
is
4
what the
feet,
latest
and we have a
science is
moderate
talking
rip
about.
current
What
risk
are
out
y'all's
there.
thoughts on
So
this?
be careful
Is
in the
this
water
something
tomorrow. It's going to be a little
that,
rough.
you
If
think
you're
can
going to
be
be out
done?
at
What
the
are some of
beaches,
the
if you're heading to
challenges
the
that we're going to
fireworks
face?
show tomorrow
And really
evening
learning
for the
from
Big
each
Bang
other
celebration
in a
fireworks
group
in Corpus
discussion
Christi.
format.
84 degrees when the fireworks start tomorrow evening.
This
Warm
free
and
prevention
breezy
program will
and mostly
start
clear.
Saturday,
Good weather
July
for
the
the
6th
fireworks
at 10 a.m. And of course, we will have more information on our website later this morning at KIS
All right, taking a look at our weather pattern. The last
Mike.
couple of days we were talking
thank you,
about
Roland.
that upper wave, which has given us that better chance of showers and
accurate weather
storms.
forecast
That is
in
lifting
South
off to the
Texas
north
with
now,
Chief
and we have our big
Meteorologist
ridge of
Bill
high
Nelson.
pressure, very common this time of year.
Hi, everybody.
It's building
Welcome
over
back.
the
Well,
area.
it's been an interesting
It's gonna
evening
produce
in
a
the
lot of
coastal
heat,
bend.
a lot
Heavy
of
rain
humidity,
rolls into
and
Bernita's
dry weather
Point.
here, except for that usual
Jessica
stray morning
Sutcliffe
shower
sent in this
potential
video.
and maybe
Jessica,
an
thank you very much
isolated
for that,
inland
because
storm.
here in
That's
Corpus
about the
Christi,
most we're
nobody
gonna
would
see for a
believe me
while as
when
that
I
high
say that
pressure
you had
settles into the area.
1.78 inches
We're also
of
gonna
rain,
have a
that
lot of
courtesy
heat
of
and
Randy
humidity and a
Robinson,
heat index
one
every
of your
day,
neighbors
all
up
the
there.
way into early
Big
next
time
week,
rain,
climbing as high
and
as about
you can see it
108
coming down.
degrees.
Oh, it would be
Take
so
care.
nice to
Don't
get that
drink
in my
lots of
yard
water. You're
and
gonna be out
all
and
the other
about
yards in
having
Corpus
fun
Christi.
for the 4th of July. Here's the
thundershower
7-day forecast
activity
then. The
was
temperatures, they do
southeast,
come up a little bit
and then it
more. The
turned
winds start to come
east-northeast,
down a
and
bit.
now is affecting
Temperatures
parts
in
of
those
Aransas
mid-90s through
and
the
San
weekend. Nights
Patricio
only
and
dropping
eastern
to 80
Refugio
degrees.
counties, but no
And with
warnings
those
out
mid,
for
even
that.
some
We
upper
do have
90s
flood
if you live
warnings out
inland.
in southern
Looking at
Live
a
Oak
lot of
County, where
heat,
they had
a lot of
4 to 6
humidity, but
inches
as
of
I
rain
mentioned,
tonight,
not
and
much
then the
rain in
aerial
this
flood
forecast.
advisory also around
Action 10
Beeville
News reports
southward.
fake money
They
is
had
being
a big
passed
rain
along at
in
Quran
Beeville,
sales.
lots of lightning
Police
and thunder
say there have
going
been a
on
lot
up
of
there.
counterfeit
But
money
this is
cases
missing
over
the
the past
city
few
as
months,
expected,
especially
weakening near the
involving
coast.
bigger bills.
Here's those
People
rainfall
should be
totals
able
in
to
Live Oak
recognize
County,
counterfeit bills
5.6
and other
inches, south
security
of Beeville,
features of genuine money.
2.6.
This
Our
includes
Aztec
security
Chevrolet
threads,
WeatherBug
watermarks,
camera
and
in
credit
Beeville, they've had an inch of
People who
rain there,
knowingly pass
5 inches of
counterfeit
rain
bills
just
could
north
face
of Three
criminal
Rivers.
charges.
And
Three
around
people are in
Tilden, that's
jail
right
after
on the
police
Frio
found
River.
a
That's got to
body
help out Joe
inside a
Canyon,
trash can.
one of
Michelle
our water
Castaneda,
supply
Emma
reservoirs.
Prado,
As you can
and
see now,
Martini
heaviest
Salceda are now
rain is
charged
just
with
east of
abuse of a
Refugio down to
Yesterday morning,
Bayside
Corpus Christi
and
police
along
went to a home in the
77 eastward.
4500
It's
block
headed
of
for
Casera
the
Drive.
Lamar Peninsula.
That's after
Lockport, you'll
59-year-old
get
Guillermo
clipped by this,
Salceda's
but it
daughter
won't be too
reached out
bad.
to them
We've had
concerned
wind
about
gusts
her
in
dad
here as high as
because she hadn't
54
heard
miles
from
an
him in a
hour. That
while.
happened
Police
out
were
to the
greeted by
west,
an
but
awful
again,
smell inside
that
the
happened
home.
around Orange
Search
Grove
led them
earlier
to a
tonight.
trash
This
can
is all
where they
weakening
found
as it moves to the
Salceda's
east.
body.
Here it is around
Officers
FM
think he'd been there
136 in
for
Bayside,
several
so that's
weeks.
the heaviest of
You know,
activity
instead of calling
now,
the cops,
and it's
calling
pushing
somebody
off to
he
the
died,
east
you know,
along
come pick him
Highway
up, take him,
35,
to the
and it's moving at
the
about
funeral home, get
25 to 30
arrangements
miles
for
an
him.
hour. So to
They
be
put
on
him
the
in the trash-
coast,
the trash can to get rid
anybody
of the
that's out
body.
here fishing, call them and get them
There will
out
be
of
an
the water
autopsy on
because that is
Salceda's
coming
body
your
to
way.
figure out
But
just
if you're
how
north
he
of
died.
Aransas Pass,
Body cam video from
area
Chief
to Port Aransas, you don't have to
Joseph
worry
Tejeda
about
will
this
not
as it's all
face the death
weakening.
penalty.
These
That
storms that
decision
were up
was
to
announced by
57,000
prosecutors
feet that
today
we
during a
showed you
court
at 6
hearing.
o'clock tonight out
Tejeda
around
is
Tilden,
charged with
are
capital
now down
murder
to
in the death 27 to 48,000 and dropping quick. The future tracker shows the rain over with, nothing to worry about overnight. Tomorrow looks great if you don't mind the sunshine, the heat, and the wind. 8 o'clock tomorrow night, we'll have nearly clear skies. Right before the fire gets started at 9:30. And then the Friday will be a terrific day. The sunshine and the heat. There's that cluster storm. This is all with a weak upper level disturbance that came through in the mid levels of the atmosphere. A mesoscale weather feature with the main upper level low up here in North Texas. That's why it gets breezy here this afternoon. Our overnight forecast calls for, again, no problems. Once that rain clears up to the north, we'll see temperatures dropping through the 80s and 70s here, and we'll actually end up with a low of about 76 rain-cooled degrees. It felt like a cold front going through with the dust front with this, but it wasn't. It was just an outflow from the rain coming from high levels aloft where temperatures are cold. 75 in Robstown for tomorrow, then 78 at 7 in the morning, 90 at noon, and 93 at 5 p.m. The heat tomorrow will be on, hotter than today at 94, ranging to 97 in Freer, 101 in Heavenville. Water vapor imagery, there's the upper level low. There's this weak little feature right here that caused those thunder showers and storms tonight. Heat dome, high pressure returns. Big dome is sinking air for the weekend and into next week. So watch out for the heat. It's coming, and it's going to be hot and dry.
We're here
the wind
because
forecast.
we believe that
Again,
movement is a human right.
Tomorrow
the freedom to flee poverty and violence is a human right.
Asylum is legal in this country. The right to seek asylum is a long-held belief and right to come into this country.
7-day forecast. Tomorrow at 94 will be the lowest high temperature of the next 7 days. Will top out around 98 next Tuesday and Wednesday. The lows tonight 76.
This is your Action 10 Kitchen Cops Report. Brought to you by Chubby's Mattress, where there's no limit to what a man and a dog can do.
Well, we have just one perfect score in several A-list restaurants for you
during
tonight.
the holiday
First
week,
stop
conservation is asking that if you go to the beach, just kind of be mindful and not disrupt the shorebirds that are nesting right now, because right now is their nesting season. Some popular areas where you will see their nest eggs are Bob Miller's Pier, JP Luby, and University Beach, which is right across the street from the university. They are heavily populated with different bird species that are laying nests in the sand. Volunteers have taken extra precautions near the university, especially to remind people to watch where they step.
We have some signage like we have here. Better Business Bureau describes people to respect that fencing. It's there for a reason. There are birds nesting behind it, and all will be best if you keep outside of that.
It starts with a search. Then you
Listen, a few years ago, Corpus Christi was named one of the birdiest cities in America, and bird watching actually draws a lot of tourism to the South Texas coast.
For pet scams. A report to the Better Business Bureau tells a sad story. A woman told the BBB that she sent a money order to exoticmunchkinkittens.com to have a cat shipped to her.
Sorts of needs, everything from providing shelter and counseling to even legal services. Volunteers would be working with those victims, and you would be eligible in order to be eligible, I should say, you will need to go through some training sessions.
But it could have been worse. The BBB says pet scammers often take advantage of your pet devotion to keep taking money from you.
And the other one is a 40-hour training that takes place over 4 different weeks.
So they'll create a situation, a scenario where they're trapped in an airport, they need a crate, they need food, they need insurance, they need
and
something
to sign up to volunteer, you can go to the Purple Doors website. We have set up a link on our website at christi.com.
Take this one last piece of
advice. And have you ever wondered what happens to your water once it goes down the drain? Well, through miles of pipes, the water that leaves your home is sent to one of 6 wastewater treatment plants in the city. And our Paulo Salazar got an exclusive look at one of the facilities that's responsible for treating the millions of gallons of water Corpus Christi residents use on a daily basis.
That's another call, though.
Anything that goes down your drains at home,
meteorologist Sharon Ray
things like
with
that,
your Dr. 10 weather forecast.
Everywhere that has
we did see a few of those showers and storms break out this afternoon. We even had a couple this morning, and you can see the majority of the cluster here is off the coastline, but we do see a trend developing, and those will be ongoing into the early evening and then end. And then tomorrow morning we'll start it all up again. You can see on Doppler radar right now, we see those showers mainly inland.
We have different water quality criteria that are wastewater effluent.
The bigger thunderstorms are when it's west of us, northern
before it's discharged, the wastewater must meet standards imposed by state and federal regulations.
Moderate
the first
rain
stage
to
of the
Beeville,
treatment
and the head right now. This one has had some designed with it. As it moved through Alice, this storm right here, it did produce a 47-mile-per-hour wind gust. So that's a good wind gust in Alice earlier, as well as surrounding areas. Now that rain's coming in really big near Orange Grove, and this actually turned to the west. In Corpus Christi, the clouds have cools down a little bit. We're at 85 degrees, although we were up to about 92 today. So it felt hot when that sun was out. Now the clouds are helping us out, and so is the wind. That wind picked up to 21 miles an hour. That dew point is up to 76 degrees. It's going to be pretty sticky here the next few days. Current temperatures then depends on location and clouds covering rain, but 80s and low 90s across the area right now. And again, that wind has picked up. You can see it in your 20 miles an hour, 15 to 20 in many areas, and that's going to be the trend. A little more wind the next couple of days. As we head into the 4th of July, it'll be quite breezy out there with sustained winds of 22 miles an hour near your holiday plants. But the winds gradually come down a little bit as we head through the weekend. So your forecast for tonight, dry overnight until 4 in the morning. Then we'll start to see a few of those
one of the major ones is our fog
temperatures dipping to about 78 degrees tonight. And then tomorrow, it's a very similar day to what we saw today, but scattered showers and storms, temperatures reaching anywhere from mid-80s, low 90s, that heat index over 100 when we see that sunshine. And then also that wind, like we just talked about, is going to come up tomorrow as those temperatures climb to those typical values out here in the low 90s, where we do see the sunshine again when you get that thunderstorm, of course. That'll help us out a little bit. But as far as the peak temperatures tomorrow, the potential is there to reach again those low to mid-90s inland and maybe upper 80s at the coastline.
They respond to 17,000.
All right, here's a look at future track. As we put it into motion, you can see this is tonight. It's pretty dry by the time we get into 10 o'clock tonight. But
good evening, everyone. So there's a warning tonight from police. They say to be extra vigilant the next time that you make a stop.
We see those showers go through. And then as we get into late morning, early afternoon, then we'll see a little more development. Here by 12:30, a few showers and storms starting to develop, becoming more numerous in the afternoon and focusing in our inland areas.
CCPD found that members of the street gang were responsible for some of these crimes, but since those arrests, there have been more dire incidents just this year. So while police continue their efforts to catch these offenders, they want to remind the public to do their part to protect themselves.
It's not uncommon for a lot of us to go to the bank and withdraw money, but Corpus Christi police say someone may be watching you.
Temperatures at 11 o'clock at 88. Look at that heat index at the peak of the day here, 105.
CCPD Lieutenant Michael Pena says jogging isn't new here, and it's not necessarily a rise, but these criminals are still finding some fertile ground in Corpus Christi.
Nights in the upper 70s to near 80, and days reaching into the low to mid-90s with the heat indices through the weekend up to 108.
Maybe at a convenience store or a restaurant, they leave the bag in their car, they break in the car and take the money.
Video from one of the most recent reports showed just how bold these thieves can be. Take a look at this suspect to smash out a driver's side window, dive in, and ransack that vehicle with his legs dangling out the window. The victim in this case told police he withdrew money at a bank drive-thru and believed he was followed from the bank back to his business. Although commercial customers are often targeted, police want everyone to stay vigilant. So in addition to watching your surroundings, they recommend you go straight from the bank to your destination and immediately secure your cash. And if you have to make another stop, don't leave any bank bag or envelope in plain view.
Nothing visible that's going to tempt a criminal to break into your vehicle. They're going to look into it, they're going to see that there's nothing there, they're going to move on to the next vehicle.
The volunteers and in this most recent Zeppelin case that happened on the 2600 block of Galahar, that suspect left the scene in a white Toyota Camry with a getaway driver behind the wheel. If you recognize that man or the vehicle or know anything about this robbery, please want you to call Crime Stoppers at 888-TIP.
Corpus Christi is not the only coastal city being targeted. Just last week, 3 men arrested for a jogging robbery up in Victoria. All those suspects were taken from their Houston area.
To deliver drugs.
With chief meteorologist Bill Nelson.
On Friday at a home on Dakota
Hi, everybody.
Street.
Welcome back. Well, we were talking about scattered thunder showers and a few storms for today. Unfortunately, it started just west of the city, but here it is in the coastal bend. It's been pretty active inland this afternoon, from just west of Corpus Christi all the way up to the north here, with these thunderstorms have slowed into a complex. There are warnings just outside of our viewing area for Tilden and Cotulla. That's LaSalle
arrested the parents of the
McMullen
children,
counties
Anna
out there.
Gamboa and Renee
But
Molina.
nonetheless, there's been
Child
some
Protective
very heavy
Services
rain
is
falling
now
here
taking care of
along
it.
37 near Three Rivers, and then southward from there to George West.
A
and along
79-year-old
281 and also
County man in the
59 to the
hospital after
southwest.
coming down
Also
with the
out here
deadly
around Highway
flesh-eating
16 up to
bacteria
Tilden
Vibrio.
and west of
He
Flower.
noticed his hand
All that
was
is flowing
kinda
into
starting to
Choke
hurt.
Canyon, so this is really
So
good
he went
for
to
our
bed,
water supply,
what, about
especially
2 o'clock
Choke
in the
Canyon. This
morning,
is
and
as full
working
as the
like
lake is.
frogs.
And look at these
And his
storms.
hand
We have
had
got
swollen
our
like
estimates
twice
of 4
the
to 6
size.
inches of rain in this area
79-year-old
this
Daniel
afternoon.
Jones
While
and
it's
his son-in-law
high and
were
dry
fishing
here
off
in the
of
city,
Ransom Island
we
in
didn't have any
Aransas
rain at
Pass
all.
last
We've only
week.
had 1/100 of
When
an
he
inch
went
of
to the
rain
water,
all
a
week.
cut in his hand
The top
allowed
of these
that Vibrio
storms
into
go
his
up to
body.
50,000
Dr.
feet
Michael
around
Wetz,
George
Texas
West,
A&M
so
Corpus
they are
Christi's Heart
approaching
Research
severe
Institute
limits.
says
And then
Vibrio is
57,000
common
feet
in our
out
water
here to
during
the
the summer
west.
months.
And the
Generally,
watershed,
the water's
so
safe
that
for
is
most people. It's just
definitely
there's
dropping some
handful
very
of
heavy
people that
rain.
are just more
As you can
susceptible,
see
it
on the
seems like,
3D
to
here, how they're
Vibrio
built up.
infection.
They pulse
Dr.
up,
Wetz says people
and they
shouldn't
rain
be
out,
afraid to get in
and
the
pulse
water,
up
and
again.
that
So
the
they're going to be
elderly tend to
around
get the
for
bacteria
another
more
couple
easily.
of hours before
He's
they rain
already had
themselves
3
out.
operations.
Cloud and rain forecast
Still
shows
need
that by
plastic
morning
surgery
it'll
on
be,
his hand.
again, mainly
Still no-
rain-free, couple
A
stray inland
teacher is
showers.
accused
Too
of
much
having
wind
an
for us to see
inappropriate
any rain
relationship
tomorrow.
with a student.
Wind picks up, blows
According
it
to
all
the
away.
DeSoto
We'll see a
County
mix of
Sheriff's
sunny
Office,
clouds and
Maria
hotter
Cruz was
temperatures
arrested
than
at her
today's
home last
91.
night.
By
We're told that
Friday,
she was
it's
recently
all
a substitute
sunshine and heat
teacher at
dominating our weather.
Woodsboro
And again,
ISD.
satellite
She is
radar
now
shows
facing
some
at least one
very heavy
charge of having an
thunderstorms
improper
out here in
relationship
parts
with
of
a
Live Oak
student.
County westward. That's
A
coming
retired
in
Corpus
to
Christi
a low
police
pressure right
officer
here. It's
found
being pulled in
guilty
off
of
the Sierra
abusing his
Madre.
now
The
ex-wife
main flux
over
of the
a span of
tropical moisture off the
17
western
years.
Gulf and stretching into Louisiana and the Houston area. Our evening forecast here in Corpus Christi is quiet and kind of cloudy,
This
with
afternoon,
temperatures
it took a
dropping to
jury
the
only
80s and a
30
moderate
minutes to
breeze,
find Tommy
causing the
Cabello
rip current
guilty
risk
of
to go up on
continuous
Padre
violence
Island
against
tomorrow,
a
so be
family
careful
member,
if you're going in the
witness
water.
tampering, and
Temperatures will drop to 80 by 6 a.m., and that's about it. The low temperatures will reach 80 here, mid-70s inland where it's been raining, to low 80s along the coast, very humid outside. 80 with a few sprinkles in the morning, that's it. 90 at noon, and 93 windy and hot at 5 p.m. tomorrow, with highs tomorrow reaching,
I think that the jury did the right thing. I think the evidence spoke for itself. It was very clear.
The water vapor energy,
Most
there's
of
the key, that's that upper
actually
level
every one
low,
of the counts
and the heat
against
dome
Mr.
returns.
Cabello
The lows right
were
here, that
proven
moves away and
through
dissipates.
audio
Here comes
reports,
the big upper level high
actual admissions
for
from
not
the
only tomorrow,
defendant.
but
So I
for the
think
entire
that
weekend,
the
making
jury
it
got it
hazy,
right.
hot, and
Cabello
also
is facing
very,
up to
very
10
humid.
years of
So here
prison.
is
He has
the
also
wind
requested that
forecast.
the
It
judge
stays
handle
up the next
sentencing.
couple of days,
That will
drops
begin
off dramatically
tomorrow
though by
morning.
Sunday,
Family
and
claims
as the
their
winds
summer.
drop off,
First
the heat
one
goes
weekend,
higher.
we're getting
Take a
feedback
look at the high
tonight about a
temperatures
new
here.
crosswalk
94
that
tomorrow,
has some
95
drivers
Friday,
crossed up. Thanks for
95
joining us. I'm
Saturday,
Seth Cobar, in
97
for
here on
Bruce
Sunday,
And I'm
and it
Sonia
only
Hill.
gets hotter
You
from
were there
there.
today, and
as
we're
we
hearing
turn
the
the page into
confusion
next
is
week.
over the
With
colors
heat
of the
index
lights. So let me get this
between
straight. There's no
100
green
and
light,
110.
and then there's a
temperature just
flashing
keeps
red
going
light
up
after
every
the
single
solid
day.
red.
Well,
There you
it's
go. You can see why it
July,
might be
and
confusing
it's
right there.
it's
The
normal
so-called
for that to happen.
pedestrian hybrid beacon
Okay.
is doing a good job getting
There'll
cars
be
to
lots
stop
of
for people
Independence
walking
Day activities
across
down on
Ocean
the
Drive
bayfront
at Cole
tomorrow.
Park.
And if you're headed that way, there are going to be some road closures to watch out for. Lane closures
As yellow
for
lights
Highway
warn drivers
181
to
starting at
stop.
5 p.m. tomorrow.
Then
They
wait.
will remain in
Lights
effect
turn
until
red and
about
you're cleared
midnight.
to cross the
The
street.
far-right lanes on the
But
north
what
and
happens when that
southbound
red
sides
light
of
starts
181 will be
Treat
shut
it like a
down.
four-way stop.
The
Just
Burleson
like
exit
you're
on Highway 181 will also be closed starting at 7:30 tomorrow evening.
Charlie Carter
All of this is expected to cause some traffic congestion and delays, so be ready for that.
As long as you stop and check for people
Watching Chris 6 News.
not everyone is getting the message.
Sosley,
These cars set to
Claudia
the entire
Uriarte,
blinking red
Alan
cycle,
Harwell,
and then with no
and
green
Dale
lights telling them to
Nelson.
go,
This is Christi News at 6.
They're called athletes for a reason. There's no summer break for them, especially in high school, because they're already training for the upcoming season.
That's right. You know, lots of coaches, lots of players already hitting the practice field and the weight room.
And it's amazing
over
how
at St.
quick
John
it
Paul
went up.
II High
Greg
School.
Howard only moved back to his hometown a couple of weeks ago. He and his wife opted to cross Ocean Drive to Cole Park.
Difficult for some.
Terrible. Hopefully, crosswalk.
Easy for others. Saw him come put the poles down. I thought it was going to be a
Football players at St. John Paul II are unrolling the mats.
Even though the routes are not standard.
Yoga is beneficial 100%. It's going to be on a scale of 1 to 10, a 10.
A nice change of pace for Andrew Leon's team.
A lot of the stuff you do is core work and flexibility and stretching. You do a lot of the banging away, some of the hardcore stuff on the field. Just towing your body, and it's a good time to give kids a chance to relax.
And for the players,
The
it's a
rules
break
are
from the
listed
grueling
for you on the
schedule.
city website.
8 hours a week.
On our website,
It's a lot of work, man. So coming out here is a little bit more to relax and to refocus and get your mind reset.
Well, President Trump recently signed into law.
Yoga might be unorthodox, but head coach Andrew Leon thinks that more work on the mat is going to lead to greater success right here on the football field.
They're a lot more flexible. They're able to sink their hips, and a lot of those things you want your linemen to do, or it's great to see it here.
But even 6 weeks into their program, it still remains difficult.
There's a lot of different yoga positions that a lot of us are still working in. A lot more difficult than most people think.
I tried it for myself, and yes, it's a lot tougher than it looks. But these players will continue this program throughout the season, a mental vacation from the grid.
There's no better thing to stretch and relax your mind a little bit, kind of get away from some of the chaos throughout football season.
Jeff Dubroff, Chris 6 News.
All right, hope you didn't sprain that shoulder. Now the team will continue the yoga workouts even after the football season starts just over a month.
Blue Water is somebody that was never in country.
Good evening, Dave.
They could be right up to the shore.
When it announced support for a Phillips 66 proposal for an offshore oil terminal.
And this was after opposing a similar project by Trafigura. City leaders were among those who were surprised. The terminal would be built some 20 miles off Corpus Christi's coastline near San Jose Island in San Patricio County waters. Now, Chris 6 News reporter Greg Chandler is live at City Hall. Greg, I understand the mayor really isn't taking an official stance until he has more information.
Who stand to realize
That's right, Katya, and Mayor McComb says he was surprised when the Port of Corpus Christi came out in support of the Phillips 66 project. That's because 6 months ago, the mayor and the Restaurant Council passed a resolution opposing Trafigura's offshore proposal project at the Port's request.
Up until now,
why does the Port of Corpus Christi support Phillips 66's proposed offshore terminal and not Trafigura's? That's the question Mayor Joe McComb is asking.
I don't want us to think that we were manipulated into a position
many of them drank
in opposition, not necessarily for the right reasons.
In December, port officials convinced the city council and commissioners court to oppose Trafigura's project, citing air quality and other environmental concerns. Keeping the city within national air quality standards is a major priority for McComb.
We're very committed in Corpus Christi and Oasis County meeting these clean air
people
standards,
struggle to lose weight.
and we've met them.
A
And that's what
family
makes us
claims
so
their
appealing,
son
I
was
think, to a lot
bullied
of these
and
other
intimidated
industries.
while
If Corpus
attending the
Christi
Boys and
doesn't
Girls
meet those
Club
federal
summer
standards,
camp.
the EPA can fine the city more than $93,000 a day until it does. That's why McComb is concerned about the Phillips 66 project.
They were throwing garbage at him. They were taking his phone.
The two projects sound similar.
I would have a hard time.
Jasmine Ray says after only a couple days of attending summer camp at the Boys and Girls Club,
6 months later,
12-year-old son
supporting a
Jaden
project
was
if they're
verbally
both
and
same
physically
type
taunted.
project.
McComb says he wants to meet with both the port and Phillips 66 before he and the council decide to support or oppose the project.
We'll get the facts, and we'll make a
Ray
decision
says the
based
staff
on the
was
facts.
informed about what was happening to Jaden, but
Mayor
nothing was
McComb
ever
says
done.
other council
According to the
members
CEO
share
of
his
the Boys and
concerns.
Girls Club,
He says
the
so far he's
organization
only
has
had
a zero
phone conversations
tolerance
with Phillips 66 about the project. He does say that he has a face-to-face meeting planned with Phillips 66 executives sometime later this month. Katya?
All right, Greg, thank you. And we did try to get a hold of port officials to comment on Mayor McComb's concerns, but we were told that the port CEO was not
The
available
club has
because
surveillance
he's out of
cameras,
town.
which they say show both
They're called athletes for a reason. There's no summer break for them, especially in high school.
That hard to believe since Jaden suffers from bipolar
Lots of
disorder and
coaches,
takes
lots of
medication that
players
keeps
already
him
hitting the
calm.
practice fields and the weight rooms, but over at St. John Paul II High School,
working on him
they're
with,
taking
and they're
more
trying to teach
transcendental
the
approach
kids
to their
not to
training.
push
Here's our
back.
Jeff
But I
Dubroff.
really think that we should be teaching the kids
Difficult for some,
Ray paid $350
easy for
for
others.
3-week summer camp.
We're working on our stabilizer muscles.
Jaden only attended 4
John
days
Paul
before she
II
pulled him out.
unrolling the
But the
mats
Boys and Girls
for their
Club
yoga
is only
session.
offering the
Yoga
family
is
a half
beneficial,
Ray says
100%.
she
It's
just
going to
doesn't
be on a
want
scale
anyone
of 1 to
else's
10
child
out of
to
10.
go through
A nice
what she
change of
says
pace for
Jaden.
Andrew Leon's
Reporting in
team.
A lot
Corpus
of the stuff
Christi.
you do is
Brenda
core
Mitchell.
work and flexibility and stretching and do a lot of the banging.
A Corpus Christi police officer mistakenly shot a man was not indicted by Nueces County Grand Jury. Senior Officer Gilbert Cantu and Officer Jacqueline De Leon were investigating a convenience store robbery in the area of Baldwin last month.
So coming out here, it's a little bit more to relax and refocus and get your mind reset.
Outside of his home, he reportedly matched the description of one
Yoga
of the
might
suspects.
be unorthodox. Head coach Andrew Leon thinks that more work on the mat is going to lead to greater success right here on the football field.
They're a lot more flexible. They're able to see their hips. A lot of those things
there will undoubtedly be some members of the public.
It's great to see it here.
But even 6 weeks into the
believing
program,
either that we did not take the case seriously,
difficult,
or that we, working in league with CCP,
positions that
made
a lot of us
go away.
are still working in.
These beliefs could not be further from the truth.
A lot of people think.
I tried it for myself. And
the grand
yes,
jury last week voted not to indict Officer Cantu. Both officers are back on duty. A federal lawsuit has been filed against the city of Corpus Christi and the police department over that shooting. The suit alleges excessive force on the part of the two officers who were involved. It also claims Salazar's rights were violated and the officers were not properly trained. The suit asked for just over $12 million
the team will continue the
in
yoga
damages.
workouts even after the football season
Meteorologist Sharon Ray with your Doppler 10 weather forecast.
Good afternoon. How many of you saw this today? This was a ring around the sun taken earlier today by Monica Mons of Corpus Christi. And really pretty how
of course, and they want to make sure that you have some healthy items on your plate.
When you
Chris
have
6 News reporter Jeremiah Marshall spoke to a dietitian with the
and
food
these
bank.
are made of ice crystals.
Now in the studio.
So
Jeremiah, what is it that dietitians are recommending on how to stay really healthy this holiday?
And it causes a ring around the sun. This can also happen with the moonlight as well. And a lot of times you see there's even some color in here. That color, the wavelengths of light can be separated. So it does form a bright ring if the clouds are thin enough. You can see that quite brightly. Today those clouds did increase, and you can see them right here. This is the current temperature. It's 89 at Corpus Christi. The 15-mile-an-hour wind, dew point at 73, and around the area, if you've got a little more sunshine, of course, it's hotter. It's still 93 at Beeville, but 86 at Port A and 90 at Kingfin right now. Those winds, those have been fairly light for the weekend, not too breezy, but they're starting to increase today, and those are going to continue to come up over the next few days. You can see the wind forecast here, showing those winds closer to 20 miles an hour in the afternoon, both tomorrow, Wednesday, and even into 4th of July, a rather windy afternoon, but they do start to drop off toward the weekend.
And before
so
eating
for tonight,
all that
we
good
dip
food,
into the upper
dietitians
70s
with the Coastal
with
Bend Food
lows
Bank
around
say
77
moderation
degrees in Corpus
is
Christi.
key.
There is a chance we'll pick up a shower late tonight,
so there's
and then
some
that chance
alternatives,
increases
turkey
tomorrow.
burgers,
Still going to be hit and
black
miss
bean
though, very
burgers,
scattered
kind
in
of things,
nature.
but
So
as
some
long
of
as
you
you're just filling up
might
sides
have
with
to hit that range
that'll
if you
nice
need it.
vegetables.
Tomorrow will still be scattered, but whatever does fall could
the
produce
summer.
some heavy rain. This is tropical moisture coming in, and those temperatures still in the mid-80s at the beaches, low 90s.
A big thing is making sure that
breaking
both
it
adults
down,
and
you
kids
can
stay
see we pick
hydrated.
up those better.
If they're going to be
shower
out,
and
especially
thunderstorm
grilling or
chances in
having
the
outdoor
afternoon
activities,
tomorrow. The
make sure
heat
that they are
index still
drinking
climbing just over
enough
100.
water,
We'll
because
see
as soon
that
as you're
sunshine,
thirsty, you're already
and then coming down,
dehydrated. So trying
winds
to
up to
prevent
close to
that
20
from
miles an
happening.
hour with high temperatures from
Also,
the mid-80s
dietitians say
at the
for
beaches,
kids, frozen
93
foods
Memphis,
like
91
grapes, bananas, and
Corpus Christi,
watermelons
peaking at
are
93
great
at
snacks
Alice
and
Town.
have a great
And again,
nutritional value.
hopefully we'll get enough of that rain.
You're right, Jeremiah. Thank you. To see more
Beach
tips on
forecast
healthy
tomorrow, we
eating,
have
visit
a
our
moderate
website,
rip current risk for Tuesday. The waves are
Welcome back to
going
News
to
at
come
5.
up
The
to
Declaration of
and you
Independence
do
was
see that
read
wind
at
at
courthouses
about
all across
15 to
Texas
20
today.
miles an hour, so it's going to be rather breezy tomorrow afternoon. Well, we've been talking about this since last week, this upper-level wave of low pressure, and that's bringing more unsettled weather in our direction. It's going to continue to slide into South Texas. And with that, these are the rain chances from tonight, very isolated showers to tomorrow. Here's 8 in the morning. It's starting to be a slightly better chance, especially along the coast tomorrow morning. And then as we go through the day, those chances will increase to scattered showers and thunderstorms.
Welcome back, everyone. The 4th of July is known for
We could see some heavy
fireworks
rain in
and
some of it. This forecast models are indicating that with this tropical moisture, by the time we get into Wednesday,
they want to make sure that you have some healthy items on your plate.
Now, this doesn't mean this is exactly what you're
dietitian with the food bank.
This is the potential
in the studio. Jeremiah, what is it that dietitians are recommending on how to stay really healthy this holiday?
Seeing over an inch of rain in some spots.
You know, experts
the good
say that
news, for the
health
4th of
is
July
extremely
holiday, we're going to
important.
be
And while you
drying
might
out.
be
And here is your 4th of July forecast. With that, though, we're also going to be heating back up as we make it up to about 93 by 4. It's going to be breezy for the 4th of July. Those heat indices just over 100 and that wind picking up. Here's the 7-day forecast. In the next 3, we cool down because of the clouds and rain tomorrow and into Wednesday, down to 89 Wednesday. Slightly better chance of rain Wednesday. And then as we get into the 4th of July, the temperatures start to go up as we see more sunshine, and it's going to be hot and sticky right into the weekend, although rain chances will be very low.
Antioxidants. I always like to recommend to grill some more vegetables to have that on the side. There's a lot of vegetables that you don't always think about grilling, things like romaine lettuce. You can do zucchini, eggplant, even fruits like pineapple and peaches.
And before eating all that good food, dietitians with the Coastal Bend Food Bank say moderation is key.
So there's some good alternatives, turkey burgers, black bean burgers, those kind of things. But as long as you're just filling up sides with nice vegetables, got some fruit there, then you should be set for the summer.
And your utility bill isn't just in water, it's also in sewage, and gas service.
A big thing is making sure that both adults and kids stay hydrated. If they're going to be out, especially grilling or having outdoor activities, to make sure that they are drinking enough water. Because as soon as you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated. So trying to prevent that from happening.
Into the bay.
Also, dietitians say for kids, fruits and fruits like grapes, bananas, and watermelons are great snacks and have a great nutritional value.
The Coast Guard investigated
Jeremiah,
thank you.
To
see more tips on healthy eating, just visit our website.
Police are trying to catch the men behind a drive-by shooting that left
a man is pistol whipped and then shot at a home on the city's west side this morning. Officers were called to the 1300 block of 6th Street around 6:30 this morning. When they arrived, they found a 22-year-old victim with a gunshot wound to his thigh. He also had injuries to his face and head. A home surveillance camera recorded video of the suspect, who was said to be a 26-year-old woman. Police say that the victim and the suspect know each other.
The man charged in the fatal shooting of a Sinton teen remains behind bars tonight. Carlos Chumacero is being held on a $500,000 bond. He is charged with murder and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Quite dangerous.
26-year-old Henry Roland Gonzalez Jr. is charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He is currently out on bond.
It's a very enjoyable holiday, right? We're celebrating our independence, and fireworks have become part of that.
Sunday morning during a road rage incident. The San Patricio County Sheriff says more arrests are expected.
Dr. J.D. Cameron says more than a quarter of violence-related injuries he sees at the ER are from sparklers.
Most of the fishing we see in this part of Texas is done near the Gulf.
And they are caused by fireworks malfunctioning or mishandling by the user. And most of those injuries
that's why fisherman James Ray created a local gas station called Coastal Bend Gas Station that promotes freshwater fishing out in Lake Corpus Christi and Choke Canyon Reservoir.
After doing some research, we found out that since 2014, over 1 million bass fingerlings have been released in Lake Corpus Christi.
On the 4th of July holiday. To build and
remember,
100 fish habitats made of 5-gallon buckets.
But if you're lighting them outside of the city, there was also the risk of starting
18 inches
Corpus Christi Fire Marshal Randy Page says aerial fireworks are the most dangerous. So if you're lighting them, make sure you're in a clear, open area and have a small bucket of water or a fire extinguisher nearby just in case a fire starts.
Overall, we haven't had a whole lot of rain in the last few months, so
get the
stuff out there
GPS
still is
coordinates
dry.
and send them over to the Texas Inland Fishery guys so that they can actually put them up on the Lake Corpus Christi website.
Each habitat costs about
And there is some
$15
good
to make.
advice to
Ray
keep
says
in
he
mind.
plans on
It's
sinking
never a good
100
idea
of
to
these.
drink
But in
alcohol
order for the
and
project to be a
fireworks.
success,
Be
he
sure that
says we'll
children
need
have
help from
adult
the
supervision,
community in both
and
buying
don't take
material and
fireworks
building the
at another
habitats.
person. If you or
anybody
someone else is seriously injured,
wanted
call
to
911
participate
immediately.
in any way,
And as we mentioned, it is illegal to set off fireworks
they can
inside the
contact
city
me.
limits. And here's a
Reporting
financial
in
incentive
Corpus
to
Christi.
obey that law.
Brenda Matuidi.
You can actually be
Action
fined $2,000 for
And
each
for more information
open
about
package of
Coastal
fireworks
Bend
that is in
Basin,
your
check out our
possession.
website.
On a
That's
related note,
TV.
if you want to report illegal
Attention
fireworks,
meteorologist
do not call
Sharon
911.
Ray
Instead,
with
call
your
this number,
Doppler 10 weather
866
forecast.
COPS. That's 866.
Well, I hope you're having a good Friday, and the weather is certainly
Everybody's
cooperating
getting into
today.
that red,
It's been
white,
hot,
and
though,
blue
with
kind
the
of
lower
spirit.
humidity. The
Tomorrow
temperature went
is
up a little bit
4th
more.
of
It's
July,
at
and
95
of course,
degrees in Corpus Christi.
Janine
That heat
here
index at 102,
is with
13
the
mile an hour
community,
wind, and
the
dew
city of
point has
Kingsville,
dropped.
and they've
We
got
did
their
see a
own
couple
big
of storms
parties.
out there
They've got a
today.
lot of
Right now,
birthdays to
most of the
celebrate.
area is dry, but you can see this one originated
America.
to our south,
America,
north and westward, and now seeing some rain in Tilden. In fact, fact, some moderate rain coming down and a few lightning strikes in this as this is pulling to
and then
the
Naval
north and
Air Station
northwest.
Kingsville is
Tonight's going to be quiet. And this evening, we see temperatures and the cloudy skies dipping into the lower to mid-70s. The coastline in the upper 70s. So that lower to mid-70s will give us lower temperatures tonight.
As you were learning the history, that's where it all
Tomorrow, the last day of the Expo Championship, and the wind is just on each day. And tomorrow is the lighter day of the competition. You can see the wind starting at 5 miles an hour at noon.
Bob and Mary decided to bring
10 by the end of the race tomorrow.
and they're all ready to go for the parade, right? Now let's look at Bob and Mary over here. They're all ready to go. Isn't that great? They are in the spirit. So yeah, tomorrow, 4th of July, lots of activities. Now let's go back to Kingsville and talk about what time I need to be there.
Bob and Mary just said they may come to Kingsville. That's exactly what we're looking for.
9:30
is registration. If you have not pre-registered, registration I want to
now if you're heading to the coastline and doing some fishing tomorrow, you got to take advantage of these days with light winds.
I can just walk into the parade?
Well, you got to be there at 9:30.
Breeze early, shifting around.
Can I bring my heifer with me?
I would say as long as she's patriotically dressed.
Patriotically dressed
You
heifer.
may send a check.
Skies. Beach weather looks good. The waves down to 2 feet
Really,
tomorrow.
everybody's
Waters
invited.
come
Civic
up.
organizations,
As
whether
we
they
expected,
join in the
85
general
degrees
parade,
is
the
where we're
pet
seeing
parade,
it
the
at
bike
Dock
parade,
Pier.
bike parade, you
And
say
we're looking at
anything
upper
with
80s
wheels.
at the beaches tomorrow and the lower Ripon
And it's all downtown.
or Saturday at highs. You can see anywhere from 87 at Fort Aransas.
And of course, the
Rockport hitting
museum's going to be
89
open, which
tomorrow.
is the old
95
train
at
station.
Kingsville, 94 at Corpus Christi. Just a hot day all around.
Amazing. On
We'll
July
have
4th,
lots
they
of
opened
sunshine.
that up. So,
Here's a daily
for
look
those
here
of
of
you
what I'm
in Claiborne
expecting
County
for
or
rainfall.
anywhere,
This is
you want to
starting
go
with
down to
your Saturday.
Kingsville
You
and
can see we
enjoy
have a
all
few
the
clouds
activities.
early, but it's mostly
And if you
sunny.
do bring your
Any
bikes or
rain
your pets,
chances
you can
tomorrow
be in
look
the
the
parade
best
as well.
in
Just make sure
southern
you show up
Cal.
at
I think we're going to miss most
It's
of
a
that.
one
But as we head into
humongous
Sunday, the
parade.
focus is going to be to our
From
north,
pets
and we
to
may see a
bikes
couple
to
of
hot
storms
dogs,
Sunday, but
lemonades,
overall, this is a really dry day.
Watermelon
Looks
as
like the
well.
farther
And I
north
really
is a better
want
chance
to
of
say
getting
a
a
lot
straight
of our
thunderstorm.
merchants
But
are
all in
getting
all,
involved
looks like the
too,
better
opening
chances of
special
rain hold
hours
off
for the
until
4th
next
of
week as
July.
this
And
tropical
they're
wave
all
comes in
competing in
from the
another
east.
competition
Monday,
where
it's
they've got
like
window
Sunday, very
decorations.
isolated
Very good. And
chances.
there's Rocky and
By the time
Maggie.
we get
They're
into
waving.
Tuesday, you can see it's more widespread. Here's Tuesday afternoon.
They're invited to be in the parade tomorrow in Kingsville.
Chances
As we
to
were reminded
increase. Good
here
news,
just a
here's the
moment
4th
ago,
of
tomorrow
July.
is
As
the
that wave
July
pulls
4th
out of
holiday,
here, we
and
see
of course
drier weather
fireworks
coming
always
in
a big
for
part of the day.
But we did pick up some decent rain from this. Forecast models indicate there's a chance we could see 1 to 2 inches of rain and lower amounts inland through Wednesday. And then, like I mentioned, for the holiday, right now it looks like only an isolated storm chance and good weather
not only
for
is
the
it illegal
4th
to
of
shoot
July.
fireworks,
Here's your
but also
7-day
to possess
forecast,
fireworks
summing all of
within
this up.
those city limits.
It's just
Now, when we
hot
spoke
and
to
mainly
CCPD,
dry through
they
the
tell us that
weekend,
they're
but
also going to
temperatures
have
start to come
designated
down. That
officers
isolated storm
specifically
chance
for
Monday becoming
any
more
firework
likely
calls.
Tuesday and Wednesday.
If you're
Temperatures
thinking of
dropping into the
enjoying
upper 80s
Independence
during the
Day
day,
fireworks,
but then
make
climbing
sure
by the
it's
end
not
of the
within
week. It
city
gets hot
limits.
out there and
Obviously,
breezy.
our officers that are...
This is your Action 10 Kitchen Cops Report, brought to you by Chubby's Mattress, where there's no limit to what a man and a dog can do.
There is only good news.
Corpus Christi Police plans to have designated officers just for firework calls.
Burger King on Staples and Sam's Imperial Cafe on Corona Drive, both with a 97. Chick-fil-A on Staples at 93. Gates Donut Shop Alameda 91.
CCPD says if you want to see fireworks, leave it to the professionals.
If you have a
The
complaint,
city of
though, that we
Corpus
need to
Christi
know
will be
about
offering
anything
free
else, call
events
this
all
number,
day, beginning with the Family Fun Zone at 3 p.m. at Waters Edge Park, followed by a parade on Shoreline at 6 p.m. And the HEB fireworks show will kick off at 9:30.
40 of the best sailing teams in the world have 2 more days of championship
fireworks,
sailing in the Corpus Christi Bay.
You know they're loving being here, too. We love having them.
CCPD says plan accordingly if you go to any of these events. They will also be directing traffic downtown, as many streets will be closed beginning at 7 a.m. due to the 4th of July festivities.
Yeah, it sounds like they were hurt or something, right? But it was a donated ambulance.
Now,
Check it out. There's
CCPD,
Chris
they tell us
Manson
that
right
some of
there.
those
He's
firework
standing in
violations
front
can
of
be
the
up
team
to
ambulance that brought him
$500.
his 3
Of
teammates
course,
to
have all of
Corpus
this
Christi
information
from
on our
Miami,
website, as well as
Florida.
information of
What
what's
could drive that
happening
way?
downtown
Donations make their sailboat racing
Guys,
possible.
I'll send it back to you
When
to
someone
studio.
donated the ambulance
This is
to them,
serious
they
stuff.
thought,
I mean,
yeah,
we have done stories in the past
What gave
where
you
you
the
go
idea
to
to go
the county and you buy
Well,
your
no, it was
fireworks,
just-
and there's somebody waiting for you.
Yeah.
And
We
when
did
you
have
have
a
your hand out,
city.
you take what
The
you
city,
got.
yeah,
Make sure that you are in
And the
compliance.
is it for one of the youngest teams competing in the 2019 Sit-Go at Jules World Championship.
Pulled over yesterday. I think I saw 4 people pulled over
It was quite the
around
adventure. We had a couple blowouts on our
places
tires.
coming back into town.
And of course, you can go downtown and hear the
Excited and motivated.
Yeah,
They're one
the
of
city's
just
going to
3
do that.
youth teams under the age of 26 in the
But
regatta. In today's second
Good
race, they
afternoon.
came
Thanks
in
for
fourth.
joining us here.
Not
Police
bad.
are
You're up
waiting
against
for the
dozens of
result
people
of
who've been
an
sailing
autopsy to
longer
find
than
out
you've
how
been alive.
59-year-old
Really
Guillermo Salcedo died.
We're
He's
really
the man
excited
whose
to be out
body
there with
was
them.
found
It's always
inside of a
great to
trash
compete
can
and
on
we
Monday.
can do well in a race
3
like
family
that.
members have been
We
charged
always
with
come away
abuse
happy
of a
about that.
corpse.
Day 3 of
46-year-old
competitive
Michelle
sailing is now in the
Castaneda,
books.
65-year-old Emma
And all
Prado,
40
and
Etchels are safely
56-year-old
docked at
Martin
Corpus Christi
Salceda.
Marina.
The man's
Only
body
2
was
days
found
remain
in
in
his
these
home
World
on Cassard
Championships.
Drive
2
after
days
police
for
were
team
contacted
ambulance
by his
to make
daughter.
waves.
Now, she was concerned
And
that
try
she
to meet
hadn't
their
heard from
rival,
her
the
father in
British
quite a
team
while.
that actually inspired their own team's creation.
Friendly rivalry. We love those guys. Really fun to hang out with. But yeah, once around the water, it definitely gets competitive for sure.
When police went to the home on Monday, they noticed a foul odor.
Ambulance.
Search led them to a trash can where they found Guillermo Salceda's decomposed
Changed it up
body.
and back a little bit,
They
but
say
it didn't look very
appears the 3
comfortable. And while
suspects
there
had
was
kept the
some
man's body
sleeping in the
inside the
ambulance on the
home for
drive
some
here,
time
the team is staying
before
together at
it
a
was
rental
put
house
into the
about 4
trash
miles
can.
from the Corpus Christi
Back, the
Yacht Club
port
during
of
the
Corpus
competition.
Christi
That's
surprised
home base,
many
of
when
course,
it
for that
supported
regatta.
an offshore
That will continue to be the
terminal
case for the
proposal
final
from
2 days
Phillips
of sailing
66.
tomorrow and again
This
on
after
Saturday.
strongly opposing
Reporting
a
live in the
similar
studio,
project
Seth
by
Kovar
Trafigura.
and
As Chris
Definitely one of the
reporter
most
Greg Chamber
creative
tells us,
methods traveling
city
in
leaders
That's
were
definitely
among the
one way to get to
surprise.
Corpus Christi, Drew.
Mike,
That
last
barge
December,
that had been
at
stuck
the
in the bay
request
for
of
nearly
port
2 months, well,
officials,
it's gone.
the City Council
Finally,
passed a
Derek
resolution
Construction helped remove
opposing
it.
Trafigura's
They say
proposed
weather and
offshore
water conditions
project,
made
urging the
removing the
governor to do
barge
the same.
made
They
it
were
kind of
concerned
difficult.
about risks to
But
the
it
environment
was towed
and the
to
city's
Cove
air
Harbor and
attainment
Rockport
status.
and Rockport.
That's why some leaders are
It'll be
questioning what the
disassembled,
mayor
cleaned,
referred to
and
as the
returned to
port's
its owner.
consistency
Finally.
regarding the Phillips
Speaking of
66
things that are good
project.
for our city,
I'll have more
efforts are
coming up
currently
this
underway
evening
to bring
on
new
Chris 6
businesses to the downtown area.
If built, the
People
Phillips
and
66
developers are
Blue
being
Water
invited
Texas
to check
terminal
out
would be
vacant
20
buildings
miles
downtown.
off Corpus
And it's all
Christi
part
near
of the
San
Corpus
Jose
Christi
Island
Downtown
in San
Management
Patricio
District
County.
Imagine the
And
Possibilities Tour.
back each
Its
Wednesday
goal
here
is
on
to
the Noon
attract
Show, we come
investors,
to you with the
developers, and
message that
others
if
by
you are
showing
thinking
them
of adding a
properties that
pet
are
to your
available.
family, we certainly
You know,
hope that
hopefully
you'll
we
consider
find our next
adoption.
business owner
That's why my friend
within the
Sarah
crowd
from
that's
Corpus
going to
Christi
join us.
Animal Care Services
Well,
is
current
here.
property owners
Who
will
have you
also
brought
be on
today?
hand to
Today
provide
I brought
information about
Layla.
the
She's a
buildings,
one-year-old
and there are
Staffordshire
certain
Terrier
grants
mix.
and
A
incentives available for
Staffordshire
people
Terrier
who
mix.
open up their
Yeah.
own
I like that.
account
Yeah,
that
she's-
depends on the
Yeah,
property.
meaning she's kind of a little bit of
Remember
a
that
buff girl in the front. She's
Another
got a lot of
was
muscle,
retired
but she's a
police
super
officer
sweetheart.
accused
As you can see, and
of
she's
ex-wife
really good at wanting to be
witness
food driven, so she's
Dominic
easily
Abello is charged
trainable.
with family
Food
violence.
driven. There's
Yes.
another term I haven't heard
Witness
before.
and evidence tampering.
Yeah, she'll typically do just about anything you ask her to if you've got some snacks in your pocket there. See, she sat on command there.
His mother
So
Mary
this would be a
Cotton
great
was
dog for any
person
family
described
to
as
add.
being
Does she get along with other pets? Do you know?
So we have seen her with some other dogs, and she does well. We do recommend always for you to bring in your own dog.
Two men have been arrested in
make sure.
connection
Yeah,
with a
she's got
shooting
that
that
cool
left a teen
bandana
dead
on,
and
which
a child
reminds me that people have to be aware during the July 4th holiday that a lot of animals don't particularly enjoy those fireworks, do they?
No, we are recommending for everyone to, if they can, to bring their pets indoors during the fireworks, just so you don't have to worry about them maybe jumping the fence or digging underneath when they get scared or anything.
Yeah, now you guys have a special event happening over at Animal Care Services tomorrow night in that regard. Tell us about it.
Yes, just because a lot of our pets do possibly have the chance of getting scared, we're holding a comfort reading event. A lot of the time when they have someone that they can see and know that they're there, they feel a little bit more safe. So that comfort reading event is going to be happening tomorrow from 8 to 10 p.m.
Okay, and anybody can come by, bring a book, and sit down and read to the animals, including, if she's still there, Layla. That'd be a great choice for anybody to come along.
Back, everybody. It's already 90 degrees. It feels like 103 out there. Can you imagine? We are, of course, looking at just a few little showers popping up today.
Well, check out this
it's the leftover
picture from
moisture from
space.
yesterday,
NASA
and then by tomorrow, it's just going to be plain old sunny and hot. We got up to 95 yesterday, and officially we only got 1/100th of an inch of rain out at the airport, but I know that the folks in Calallen, Orange Grove, and all the way up to Campbellton, Three Rivers got a lot of rain, possibly 1 to 2 inches with that big storm that developed. Today we are seeing the redevelopment of some of those little showers generally to the north of our area. Let me zoom in and show you what we're talking about. Right about here, we're just picking up some activity over San Patricio County and on up toward the Rockport area, but this is all good. This is all very very
this
light
was the
little rain
beginning of the
showers.
month in early
They're blowing
June.
through
We were
very
doing pretty
quickly,
good.
and by
But we
tomorrow
haven't
it's going
had
to be
enough
getting
rain, and
sunnier,
it continues to
and it's going to be
This was
getting
last
rather
week's drought
warm
monitor I showed
over
you,
the holiday
and this
weekend, which is
can
what you wanted
representing that
because it's
moderate
summertime
drought
fun, right?
engulfing Duval
All right.
County.
Well,
And
as you
today,
can see
that
on
has
our
actually
satellite
worsened.
radar
And
picture,
today's
we've
drought
got
monitor,
heaviest
they're
activity
showing it into
basically
a
from the
severe
Victoria
drought
area
right in the center of
northbound
the
into
county
Houston,
there.
where they're
Now,
getting
we've
a
had
lot
much
more
less rainfall
shower
inland
activity
than
than we're
we've had
getting
at the
today.
coast over
We
the
are
month of
looking
June.
across
The coast
the
has been doing
Gulf. There
pretty
is
good
this
as our
area
showers
down
have been kind of
south
running along
that may
here.
affect the
Inland, we
valley
could use
this
some rain.
afternoon
What are the
with
rain amounts
some sort of
looking like in
shower
Corpus
activity.
Christi?
But
Well,
the broad
at the
area of
airport
lower
for the
pressure
month,
is
we're down
beginning
a
to
bit.
move to the
Down
west,
0.4
and that's why we're seeing less and less activity today. This big ridge of high pressure is going to spread out and park itself on top of us
today we
over the
didn't
next
have any
few days. That's
measurable
why we're
rain
looking
around the
for
area. There were a few
some
showers,
warming
especially up toward
temperatures,
Beeville,
getting
but
mid-90s
most of the
again
area
by
was
the
dry
time we
and
get to the
hot.
weekend.
We made it to
Got big
93
news
degrees
from
today,
the Pacific.
and right now temperatures
Hurricane
are anywhere
Barbara,
from
which
88
is a
degrees
Category 4
in
right now,
91
is
degrees in
forecast
right
to
now.
weaken
That
down
heat
to a
index
tropical
climbed
storm
today just over
and
100, and
then
it
go
has dropped
very
down a little
close
bit.
to the
Right
Hawaiian
now, feeling
Islands.
like
Now,
98 to 97 in Alice.
ordinarily, I would say to you, yeah, that's going to follow that track. But frankly, the storm has been much stronger than the predicted models have been. And so if it stays at that strength, let's just say the next 4 days is going to be very interesting for Hawaii. They're going to have to watch Barbara because it will pass through the islands either as a tropical storm or something stronger than that. So very interesting that we get something that large that's early in the season. So the trough continues to roll east. We're going to be seeing less and less upper level moisture. We'll have a lot of humidity and a lot of sun, and that's going to get our temperatures well into the 90s over the weekend. Of course, that's great, and it's going to be awesome for tomorrow night because down at the
we're looking at
shoreline where the fireworks are going to be, it's going to be spectacular. It's going to be a really good evening for all of that activity. So today, getting up to about 92, then 93 tomorrow, and then over the weekend, probably the mid-90s.
You can see how the temperatures come up by
great
noon to
4th of
89.
July,
That heat index
long
tomorrow is
holiday
a little
weekend.
lower.
We'll see you back
Dew point comes down
when you get
slightly.
back.
So the heat
That's it
index
from
topping
up on
out
our ball.
at about
Mike,
100 degrees tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Mac.
These are the forecast
For the
highs.
4th of July
reaching the upper 80s
celebrations
at the
begin,
coast,
the chance
low to
of
mid-90s
firework-related
inland
injuries
tomorrow,
and
for 94
fires
for the high
increases.
in Corpus Christi.
Chris
Heading to the
6 News
beach, it
reporter
looks
Ashley
good. We
Portillo
have a lot of
visited a
sunshine the
nearby
next
fire
few days.
station
The
to
waves
find
have
out
come
how to
down,
stay
and they're
safe
expected to
this
be 2 to
holiday.
3 feet tomorrow. The water
Mike, a
temperatures come
fire
back up
marshal
to
with the
84,
Corpus
but
Christi Fire Department
still
tells
have
me
a
they
moderate
respond to a
pressure
number of
right
phone
now
calls
over
related
the
to
water.
fires and injuries
Plenty of
from
sunshine. As you can see here, it's very quiet.
While many of those injuries are to the hands and eyes or contact fireworks, there's also the risk of fires as well. So today, we'll be talking to the fire marshal about how you can stay safe during the 4th of July holiday.
As that low moves
story
through
for
the
you
area
this
earlier
evening
into
after
6
6
p.m.
p.m.
Good chance of getting some rain. It looks like the best chance is going to be right around Tuesday and Wednesday.
Probably though
4th of
stop
July,
some
I'm
people
still
from going
watching
ahead
that closely.
doing it
many
anyway,
have
and
plans
well,
for next
that's when
weekend
things
for
can
the
get
holiday.
dangerous for
That
you
low may start
and for
to look
others.
back to the north
Roland
by the
Rodriguez
4th and
joins
help
us live
take
from
those
Powell
rain
Bluff
chances
this
down a
morning.
bit. But before
Roland, I
that,
imagine we are
should
looking
get
at one
some
of the
numerous showers
busiest
and
days of the
thunderstorms.
year for
Best
fire
chances
departments.
Tuesday and Wednesday, although we can't rule out a few
Hi,
Sunday.
good morning, guys, and good morning, Sound Check.
All right, here is the
July
weekend forecast, and it looks
is a
pretty
big
good
day
this
for
weekend.
the
Again, a lot of
Fire Bluff Fire
sunshine, very light
Department,
winds
which
all
means
weekend
all
long,
hands
and we
on
have that
deck
slight
for these
thunderstorm
first
chance Sunday.
responders.
Here's the 7-day forecast. It's brought to you by AutoNation
Across
Super Zero
the nation,
events. Get
July
new cars
4th
and
is
trucks
not
with
only
absolutely
the
zero due at
busiest day of
signing.
the year for
Visit
fireworks, but it's the
AutoNation.com.
busiest day of the
Temperatures,
year
they're
for the
pretty
New
hot all the way
County
through
Emergency
Saturday,
Service
but they
District
start
number
coming
2
down as
at
that area
Flower
flow
Bluff.
pressure comes in.
Every 4th of
Temperatures
July,
drop
we
a
bring
little
in
bit, and
quite
the
a
rain
few
chances
extra
ramp
personnel
up.
to man additional vehicles,
Zeta Burleson
so we can actually
graduated high
stage
school
them
this
out of the
past
island
May.
because
But unlike
every
many
year we wind
students,
up
she
having
also
a large grass
graduated with a
fire out there
certified
that we wind up
nursing
having
aid
battle.
certification.
More fires are
Something she was
reported on
able
the
to
4th
get
of
for
July
free.
than any
At
other
first,
day
I
of
was
the
nervous,
year.
like, I was
Captain
like,
Burkhart
I can't
says
do
in the
this.
past
Like,
3 years on the
this is
4th
so
of July,
hard, but
the
it
was very fun. My teacher made it very easy.
Thanks to the Accelerate Texas grant, Del Mar College can now offer the course free of charge. The CNA program is about 12 weeks long, but if your goal is to pursue a career in the medical field, this could be a great starting point.
I want to be a surgeon.
Down there.
That's my goal.
And like more
Students
than
go through a
likely,
4-week introductory period where they learn the basics and theories of CNA. then move into the 8-week credentialed part.
We credential individuals through the Department of Health and Human Services through the state of Texas.
You're going to learn how to transfer people, confidentiality, feeding. You're going to learn the basics of changing somebody.
The program pays for tuition, uniforms, and examination fees. And over the course of the program, students will get to do hands-on patient work across the coastal bend.
Despite the obvious reasons to not partake in any backyard activities, there is a danger that goes with handling fireworks.
However, is you either
Every year we wind up having multiple patients come into the ERs with power-related injuries from blown off fingers, severe burns, and face trauma from actually one being lit off in their face.
All right, for more information about this CNA,
Captain
But first tonight, day 2 of the World Championship Sailing right here in Coastal Bend is now a wrap. Good evening, thanks for joining us. I'm Drew Spohn.
And I'm Sonia Hill. And tonight we're meeting one of only 2 women to captain the boat in the competition, and the only captain from our
A number of cases have been popping up, including a couple at garage sales. So what should you be on the lookout for? Catherine McGinty.
Day 2, yesterday the weather was iffy. The lot later today, some good sailing out there. Day 3 of the 2019 Sitco Extras World Championship kicks off tomorrow, and things like I mentioned are going well. Now, what is an etcher? I didn't know coming in today, but it's these guys right here, special kinds of sailboats that are 30 feet long by rule.
Some of the raised ridges on it where a fake counterfeit might have those texture to it.
This is exactly how Robert Adler and his wife identified counterfeit money at their garage sale this past weekend. His wife noticed something was off
for day 1 of the 2019
She had been trained in identifying counterfeit bills in one of her previous jobs. And so she at first felt there was something different.
Shannon Bush is one of only 2 women to captain at the competition. She's also the only captain from the Coastal Bend. Bush says there's pressure to represent her community.
The great majority of the time, these bills are so bad that they're looked at and they're recognized right away. Whether it's uneven edges or ink that smears, genuine bills should never have ink that smears.
Something else to look out for: markings on counterfeit bills that are available online.
We're seeing a lot of bills in circulation that are movie prop money, and on either one side or both sides it says clearly for motion picture use only.
Many people rely on counterfeit detection pins to catch fake money, but these
tries to get her
only
boat back on track. Her crew wonders.
Now more and more criminals are bleaching bills of small denominations and printing them out to appear to be bills of larger denominations, which make these counterfeit detection pins
will win, but you can check
not
out
very
who's already
reliable.
won so far by going to our website. That's
PVTV.com. Security
if the weather cooperates, races will keep running from noon to around 4 tomorrow, Friday,
Catherine McGinty, Chris 6 News.
Reporting live in the studio.
That is good to know. And if you are involved in a transaction where you pass counterfeit money unknowingly,
counseling
please ask that you stay in with police to get there so that they can do their best.
It's something that we only go to if something's really wrong or we
Good
really
evening.
need
A
help.
dead man
And
found
it's not.
stuffed into a trash can, and police have arrested 3 people in connection with that gruesome discovery.
They are 46-year-old Michelle Castaneda, 65-year-old Emma Prado, and 56-year-old Martin Salceda, and they are
who you can share things with and have a perspective on life.
That's why now the Garcia Arts and Education Center is offering free couples and family counseling sessions to anyone who may need it.
I think people.
Yeah, Katya, according to this statement from police, that woman hadn't heard from her dad in a while, and she was very concerned that her mother and her sister, who lived with her father, wouldn't let her see him. And when she showed up yesterday with police, her worst
The sessions are conducted by either a counselor, supervisor, or a Texas A&M
turned into a full-blown crime scene on Casaric Drive at the home of 59-year-old Guillermo Salceda. His daughter called police after she said her mother, Emma Prado, and sister, Michelle Castaneda, told her that her father was in a hospital in Houston, only to call and find out he wasn't showing up for his cancer treatments.
We see the people in and out of the house. They go to HEB, they come back. I seen the man a couple of weeks ago, but that's why I didn't see him no more.
Ovidio Espinoza lives next door and saw the police investigation unfold.
CCPD was all over the block here. I mean, they were all just all over.
Those who donated blood,
The statement from police says before that, the initial responding officer saw a body on the bed in Guillermo Salceda's room. When additional officers went inside the home, they detected a foul odor. They then went outside to check a trash can that they were told had been moved and found Salceda's body inside. Prado, Castaneda, and Martin Salceda, Guillermo's brother, were all living inside the house with the body and were all arrested. A video Espinosa says for a man who was in the fight of his life against cancer, it's an even more tragic end.
Instead of calling the cops or calling somebody, he died, come pick him up, take him, to the funeral home, you get arrangements for him, but no, they put him in the trash can to get rid of the body. Your own family doing that to you? That's very sad, man.
Hi, everyone. I'm Captain Monica Reyes from Nueces County Sheriff's Office. And it's Wheeler Shame Wednesday. This is your chance to make some extra cash by getting these guys off the streets and behind bars they belong. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel.
In a state jail.
These are Nueces County's top 10 most wanted fugitives. Whatever fugitive the wheel lands on, Crime Stoppers will increase their rewards to $500 for 1 month.
After police found the body of a 59-year-old man inside a trash can.
Rainwater.
46-year-old Michelle Castaneda, 65-year-old Emma Prado, and 56-year-old Martin Salceda are charged with abuse of a corpse. It began Monday morning when police went to her home in the 4500 block of Cruzera Drive to check on the welfare of 59-year-old Guillermo Salceda. His daughter is worried because she hadn't heard from him in some time. A foul odor was detected in the house, and a search led officers to a trash can where Salceda's body was found. Police say the 3 people who have been arrested had been living with his body inside the house for quite some time. The cause of death, though, is still not known.
A couple is accused of stealing more than $2,000
Welcome back,
worth
everyone.
of
We have an
merchandise, and now
update on a
police need
story that
your
we
help.
brought you last night about 79-year-old Daniel Cookie Jones.
These very clear surveillance pictures were taken from a store located on the Highway 69 access road last night. Police say the man and woman stole clothing, jewelry, and Bay Area Medical Center since last Monday. According to detectives, they left the store without any attempt to pay for those items. They were last seen leaving in this light-colored
according to his
car.
daughter,
If you know who they are, please call Crime Stoppers at 888-TIPS. The rest will earn you a cash reward.
6 Weather is brought to you by Aztec Chevrolet in Beeville. Visit AztecAutoplex.com.
Today was back to reality.
Now, the most accurate weather forecast in South Texas with Chief Meteorologist Bill Nelson.
So after yesterday's 88,
hi everybody, thanks for being with us. Here is your Aztec Chevrolet forecast.
And right now we're at 90 degrees. That heat index
out here in Orange Grove, and it was pouring down rain about an hour ago out there. She said she ended up with an inch of rain. Mary, thank you very much for sending that video into Chris 6, but it is coming down. Officially out there at the airport, they didn't get any rain. But west of there, they did.
Right now, temperature-wise,
it's hot. We have 94 at Alice, but it's 89 at Ingleside, 90 Corpus Christi, 85 right now at Rockport. It's just isolated showers today throughout the coastal bend, and 1/100 of an inch of rain. That was it as far as what officially fell.
So today, it did get a little sticky out there as we still have that humid air with us. And the breeze picked up today, but nothing too strong. We saw these winds right around 15 up to 20 miles an hour this afternoon, and right now 16, which was a good day for the Echells World Championship. In fact, the wind was perfect today from what I'm hearing, and it looks like that is going to change. I see less wind in the forecast the next couple of days. Winds are going to die down to 8 to 12 by the last day of the championship on Saturday, but fortunately, the weather looks quiet.
Inland tomorrow afternoon.
Speaking of quiet, that's what we'll be tonight. Partly cloudy tonight with lows dipping into the upper 70s tonight across the area and a light breeze blowing. And then tomorrow, except for a brief stray shower, it looks like a mainly dry day across the area, and the heat indices like they were today up to about 103 tomorrow, and we'll see those lighter winds coming down a little bit more from what they were today. And temperatures heating up. I think we're going to get about 2 degrees hotter tomorrow, up to about 94 degrees. In Corpus Christi, 90 at noon, and that heat index up to 103 degrees. But high temperatures looking like this from 88 at Rockport to 94 Kingsville tomorrow. Corpus Christi and Robstown, 94 degrees. At the beaches tomorrow, we're looking at a 3 to 4 foot wave, but that rip current list continues. It was high today, and this is when we really got to be careful out there. We have a moderate holding again tomorrow. The water's still holding at 81, but I would think that's going to come up now that our seas are going to come down a little the next few days.
Range from around 80 along the coast to the mid-70s inland,
in the
and
eastern
for tomorrow,
Pacific, Alvin
warm and
has
steamy,
formed
78
today.
at 7 in the
Good
morning. We'll
news,
pick
it's
up a
moving
few
away away from
showers near
land,
the
moving
coast,
to the
scattered
west, and is not
thundershowers around at
expected to
noon.
develop
They
much
move
more
inland
than what
tomorrow
it is.
afternoon,
So first
away
one
from
in
the
the
city
eastern
with the sea
Pacific.
breeze.
All
That'll
is
give us a
quiet
hot
here
high of
as we look
92
into the
with
Gulf. You
94
can see we
inland.
just have those
And
few
again,
showers
inland
in our
temperatures held
eastern
down by
in our
the
western
thunderstorms
counties,
working in that
All
direction.
right, so what's
here's the
happening
key to
over
the
the next few
forecast.
days?
It's the
Well,
water
the
vapor
temperature is
energy
actually
in
going
this
to go
upper
up a
level
little
low.
bit because our
Again, the
strong
winds
ridge of
around
high
this
pressure
rotate
is going to
counterclockwise,
dominate
and they're
right through
bringing in all that
Saturday.
moisture
But there's
from
that
the
wave.
Gulf
We
to
talked
the
about this
north,
yesterday.
and not
This
into
is
the
the upper
coastal
level
bend.
wave
It's
that's coming in from the east.
And so what
You
we're
can
seeing is
see as
scattered
it
activity
pulls its
here
way
tomorrow,
into our area.
goes away for
Notice
the
how it
4th.
sits right
High
over
pressure
us by
builds into the
Monday,
region on
Tuesday
Friday and
time
Saturday,
period, and
and
even
it
into
dries out
Wednesday.
and
And
heats
that is
up
going to give
across
us
the
better
region.
chances
So
of
here's a
rain.
look
And I
at
think
your
by next
NEC
Tuesday and
Co-op
Wednesday, we'll
Energy
see some
7-day forecast.
scattered
And it
showers and
looks like
thunderstorms
this.
around here. But
And
starting
with that,
Sunday,
we've
we'll
got
see an isolated
the
storm chance,
temperature
and
staying
then that
very
ramps
hot
up as
here
we head into
for the next
early
several days.
part
So
of
let's
next
take a look
week.
at
But
it
for
if
the
we can get it
weekend,
to
looks
come up
good. In
north.
fact, not as
And
windy
there it
this
is.
weekend. But the last
Whoa.
two, it's been windy. Not this one. We're looking at
melting.
much lighter winds this
You know what, I
weekend.
think
Lots of sunshine
that's the most
and our
important part
isolated
of the
storm
weather
chance on
forecast.
Sunday.
I'm
Here
not
is
sure
your
if producer's
7-day
saying we're out of
forecast.
time,
This
so
is
we'll come
brought to
back
you
to
by
it at the end of
AutoNation.
the show.
Super
Sounds
Sound
good.
event.
All right, very
Bank
much so.
trucks with absolutely zero doing
Former
signing.
police
Visit
officer Tommy Cabello has been sentenced to 10 years in prison.
It is the maximum sentence a retired police officer faced, and in the eyes of the court, it was time for Cabello to face justice.
And then by the time we get into Sunday, that upper wave is going to cool us down. It is now going to be upper 80s to near 90s from Sunday into early next week with those rain chances.
But to the community at large.
More testimony in the trial of a retired police officer accused of violence of family members. Tommy Cabello is also charged with
Chief
witnessing
Meteorologist Dale Nelson,
It's
Sports Director Alan Harwell. This is Chris 6
home on
News at
November
6.
25th of 2018.
Good evening, everyone. Tommy Cabello, the retired police officer convicted of assaulting his wife over the span of 17 years, is now heading to prison.
Before announcing the sentence, Judge Ina Klein made sure that Cabello understood the gravity of his crime, and she didn't hold any punches either. Paulo Salazar has the story.
The alleged victim's son witnessed the incident. He also
sentenced
testified
Cabello
this
to 10
afternoon.
years in prison. She said it was a
fire
dark
that
day
damaged the
when
Notre
someone who
Dame-
was sworn to
So
protect
here
the
locally,
law
police need
is
your
found
help
guilty of
finding a missing
continuously
teen.
abusing the
19-year-old
woman he
Raiden
promised
Ramos
to
was
love and
reported
take care
missing
of the
on
rest of his
February
life.
28th.
She then
He
gave
was
Cabello
last seen
the
by family
maximum
members on
sentence.
February 22nd.
It is my belief
Ramos is 5 foot
your
7,
danger
weighs
is
about
not
150
only
pounds,
to
has
your
black
family,
hair and brown
but
eyes.
to the community
If you have
at
any
large.
information on Ramos
So at
or
this
his whereabouts,
point,
please call
having
Corpus Christi
had the
Police.
jury find you guilty
More
of all
testimony
three
in the
offenses, I'm
On today's
sentencing you to 10
troubleshooters,
years
a local woman
in
said
the
she
Texas
paid a
Department of
contractor
Corrections.
approximately $3,000 to do some
Tommy
work on her
Cabello
home.
showed no emotion when the sentence was handed down.
Just a few
His
times, so you
ex-wife
can
Tina
probably
began
guess what
sobbing
happened, and you
before
can
the
probably
sentence
guess
was
why
announced. She
this
had
woman has
asked the
called us
judge,
for
however, to send Cabello to prison. She said she would fear for her safety if he was given probation. The judge
I'm angry that my
acknowledged her fears
hard-earned
during the
money is
sentencing.
going to an individual and
Cannot
he did
imagine
God knows what with
your
my money.
ex-wife and son have gone through and will continue to go through in their
First off, I'm
recovery.
embarrassed that I was dumb
But I
enough
do
to
want
trust somebody that I didn't know.
Zamorano was talking about this guy, Emiliano Guzman Cato.
And I don't want for your son
She
to
hired
think
and paid
that
more
it's
than
his guilt
$3,000 for
that
materials
you
and
wearing
labor
the
weeks
shackles
ago
and the handcuffs.
to build a laundry room addition.
Tommy Cabello
and a
will have to
20 by
serve at
20
least a
carport
year and a
at
half
her
of his
house.
sentence
Does
before
that
he could be
post look
considered
bent or
for
warped?
parole.
Zamorano admits she
Well,
had
Cabello's
the
son
post
wrote a
taken
song
down
about the
because
abuse
Cato
that he and his
didn't
mother
hold
suffered
deep
for
enough
years,
the
and the
size
judge
carport
allowed
she
the
wanted.
prosecutor to
Googled
read
it,
the
and it
lyrics
said
during the
depending on the
sentencing
size
hearing.
of the
We
carport,
posted a portion of those lyrics
it
for
would
you on
need to be at least
christitv.com
24
if
to
you'd like
30
to look them
inches.
over.
Zamorano also doesn't understand
In other news,
why
nearly
Cato
4
didn't
years
put
after
a
Federal
pier
Valley
over this
homeowners
corner of
approved the Barisi
addition,
Village
or why
project,
there are
work
openings
still
like
has not
this in the
started.
roof, because
Developer
when
Jeff
it rains,
Blackard
she
wants to
claims it
build
gets
an
wet inside.
Italian-style village
Village
with both a retail and residential space, but the project has been tied up in court since 2014 by a minority of homeowners. They don't like the development. Their lawsuit was filed against the lawsuit they filed in federal court was thrown out, and it was also defeated in state court last year, but now they've taken their case to the State Court of Appeals, and there's no word yet on when the appellate court will be hearing that case. Of course, all of this has left Federal Valley homeowners in limbo, and they want a resolution before their property values plummet any further. Greg Chandler's live in Federal Valley this evening, and Greg, the old country club is one of their biggest concerns.
What happens next in that
story. And
I'm standing on what used to be the country club's tennis courts. As you can see, it doesn't look like anybody's played tennis for some time. Now, people I spoke with in the neighborhood say the country club and the condition of the country club, as well as the adjacent golf course, threaten their property values as well as their safety.
Some of them have been damaged and vandalized.
I don't feel completely
the boxes are organized by members of the Junior League of Corpus Christi.
Prescott Williams
if the community keeps an eye on it and they all have a stake in it, I think it will let people realize someone's got eyes on them all the time.
People coming from the golf
if you see a damaged library, you are asked to notify the community.
One night when his video doorbell recorded a homeless woman
There's
a little alarming.
In Portland ended near Miller High School.
Early in the morning,
truck and an SUV
and see that your doorbell captured a visitor.
Incidents like this Tahoe spin around several times. Mary Heckler, the woman behind the wheel of that Tahoe, says she is lucky she wasn't hurt.
A feral
that truck was coming real
it has
fast.
been that way for going on 9 years now since the club had to close its doors.
And I went up over there, but I was scared.
She says in the last 3 years, her property value has dropped $30,000.
Suspects ran off on foot were last seen behind Buck Stadium. The police found methamphetamines, marijuana, a rifle, a handgun, and several shell casings inside the suspects.
Improve the looks of the area.
It was an emotional first day testimony in the trial of a retired Corpus Christi police officer accused of abusing his
now most
now
people here
ex-wife.
say they are confident the Reese Village will eventually be built and are willing to wait as long as it takes,
well as witness
though they
and
are getting
evidence
frustrated with the process.
connection to a disturbance at
All
Tina
right, thank you, sir. Well,
Cabell's
Blackard
home
says
in
work on the
November
Brucey Village
2018.
project
Tina was
will get
questioned about
started
alleged
as
violence
soon as
by
this
Tommy
project
Cabello, dating back as far as 2002.
Corpus Christi police officers will soon be adding some new gear to the uniform.
And it's a piece of technology that's going to help them and it's going to help citizens while they are out in the field. Chris 6 News reporter Ashley Portillo explains.
Starting next week, body cams will become standard equipment for every police officer in the department. And they'll also get some training on how to use them.
This will help us with criminal cases.
In the November 2018 incident, Cabello was accused of grabbing his then ex-wife or then wife, I should say,
180
by
of these
the arm
body
and forcing
cams
her to
several
make a
weeks ago.
recording saying
Those
she lied to
cameras
police
can
about
record
it.
video
Tina
anytime
Cabello
an
is
officer is
expected to
answering
take
a
the stand
call,
again tomorrow
press the button,
when
turn it on,
testimony resumes.
turn it off.
or performing a traffic stop.
And we have some breaking news tonight. A crash has sent a woman to the hospital here. Police say the woman lost control of her vehicle and crashed into a ditch at Yorktown and Holland a little before 8 o'clock this evening. The impact threw her from the vehicle. She was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Police are now investigating the cause of the crash.
So at the beginning of their shift,
In other news,
This is your Action 10 Kitchen Cops Report, brought to you by Chubby's Mattress, where there's no limit to what a man and a dog can do.
Just one perfect score in tonight's Kitchen Cops. The Action 10 sticker was mailed to Small Cakes, a cup bakery on Saratoga. Earning a spot on the A list with a 99 is the Weber Grill. Chick-fil-A at SPID, they scored a 97. Snapka's Drive-In and the Hamlin Pharmacy Lunch Counter both scored a 90.
while also
If you have a
keeping officers
complaint
and
that
the
we need to know
community
about, just
safe
call the
too.
number right there,
Ashley Portillo,
826-7222.
Chris 6
If you'd like to see these lists
If you want to view something recorded by a police officer's body cam, you
Today was a very
file
special
records request.
But
If
first
your
tonight,
request is
dozens of
approved,
jobs
then
are
you're going to get a
available in
copy
one
of the
community
video.
as long as you
Joseph
are
Tejeda
willing
is
to
not
drive
going to
there.
face the
Good
death
evening.
penalty.
Thanks for
That's
joining
the
us
decision
tonight.
that was
Just
announced by
And I'm
prosecutors
Sonia
today.
Hill.
During
The
a court
Rockport
hearing,
Fulton
Tejeda
Chamber
is
of
charged with
Commerce
the murder and the death of
organized
21-year-old Brianna
campaign
Wood.
to
Her
lure
body was
workers.
found near an abandoned home in Blunster in January of 2017. She'd been missing for several months. Tejeda
It's a
has
good sign
pled
for the
not
local
guilty.
economy there.
His
You see
trial
that lots
begins
of
in
tourists have come to
September.
visit, creating jobs. at
Hi,
places
good evening,
like
everybody.
hotels and
Well, we are
restaurants.
very excited to
But
announce
because of
tonight that for the
Hurricane
fourth consecutive
Harvey,
year,
housing
Chris
that's
6
affordable enough
Communications
for
will once
people
again
jobs
telecast
hard to
live high school
find.
football
And
games
as the
this
local
coming
chamber
season.
putting
We have
out the
a
help
really
wanted
great
sign
lineup
here,
with 5
trying
games to
to
tell you
get
all
people
about,
from
and
surrounding
more
communities to
games
come to work
could
there.
be on the way, so we'll keep you posted. And all the games will be broadcast in crystal clear high definition on our sister station, the CW. Once again, I'll be joined by Paul Alexander for these exclusive live broadcast events. 3 of our 5 games will be telecast
things that we
on
have to abide
Saturdays,
by,
and
and it
we are
trains us all,
extremely
it
thrilled
keeps us
about
all,
that.
like,
We will also
I guess,
have
in a
2
routine,
Thursday
and
night
that's good. I
games.
think
Our
that's
first
really
game
important.
And it's
will
important
take
to point
place
out
on
her
the
living
opening weekend of the
situation, which
season,
allows her
Saturday,
to make
August
ends meet.
31st.
The Rockport Fulton area has dozens of jobs in restaurants and hotels, but not as much housing that those workers can afford. That's why the Chamber of Commerce has started the Build Your Resume at the Beach campaign.
We need workers in the Rockport Fulton area.
Chamber President Diane Probst says the concept's simple. List all the available jobs in one place.
For a kid to
let people
be able
know
to play
how to
a high school
apply,
football game
and
on
let the workers
TV,
roll
that
in from
makes them
wherever.
feel like
In
they're
the
on
surrounding
Saturdays
communities,
or
there
Sundays
are got
in
to
NFL.
be lots of people that are looking for summer jobs. And we're just hoping that you'll drive over and work here a couple days a week, 3 days a week, 4 days a week, and help us out in this recovery process.
It's been tight every year.
Stay with family or friends in order to work.
It's a good game.
Kayla says she could
both
do it
sides
after
get up for because right down the road.
Everyone at Rockport's kind of like a huge family, so I think it really helps. Like even if I did, like for whatever reason have to move out there, I could go to so many people and they'd help me.
It was a healing experience that
if you go to the Build Your Resume at the Beach website, you'll find the information you need to apply for those open jobs.
So it's great that we're able to open our broadcast, line up with a big rivalry game between these two great schools. Let's take a look at the complete lineup now. It all starts on August 31st, 8 p.m. at Rockport Fulton. The following Saturday, we got Mathis and Odom. These are 6:30 starts, and the following Saturday, we're heading to Bishop. Taft comes calling. That is a 6:30 start. Then we got two Thursday games. Ray versus King, Thursday, July 19th. That's a 7 o'clock start at Buccaneer Stadium. And then on Thursday, October the 3rd, we got Flower Bluff taking on Moody at Buck. Should be a fantastic lineup.
Kingsville and just some very low
this was the scene around the country today as protests broke out over the conditions of immigration detention.
There's more rain moving in though, and you can see it from the south here as it's getting ready to move into Corpus Christi, some very light rain.
This is video
as well as
posted
this
by Representative Joaquin Castro, and it was taken Monday
we'll
from a
continue
tour
to have
with
that
congressional
chance
Democrats
of
of
some
several
showers this
detention
evening
facilities
as
in West
temperatures
Texas.
continue to stay
He says a woman told him that they weren't allowed to shower
and that's where
or
we're at
take
right now. We're at 84 for
Border
Alice,
officials say
84
the
Corpus Christi right
accusations are
now,
completely
and Rockport
untrue,
holding at 79
insisting there
degrees.
are ample
The wind
supplies.
has come down a little bit today. In fact, we're seeing those wind speeds right around 10 to 15 miles an hour today. And the temperature for this evening and overnight, as I put it into motion, you can see that it doesn't look like much rain, but we'll have a few little showers here and there tonight. And this demonstration along Shoreline Boulevard. So we could still have a couple of showers around early in the day for Wednesday, but it doesn't look like much. In fact, the trend tomorrow is to see more sunshine into the afternoon along the border. With the sun, of course, you know that will heat our temperatures up quite a bit for tomorrow. So tonight's lows, we are going to stay in the mid to upper 70s tonight. But tomorrow we human right. That sunshine will be back
legal
to
in this
normal
country.
as we do reach
The
close to
right to seek
91 at Corpus
asylum
Christi,
is
92
a
Mathis,
long-held
93
belief
Dallas,
and
the
right
coast in
to
the
come into this
mid-80s
country.
tomorrow. Well, speaking
And
of the
organizers of the
coast,
protest asked
here's
to
your
speak with
beach
Congressman
forecast,
Cloud.
and you
They
can
were
see
told that
we're
he
looking
was
at
not
mid-80s
available.
for highs, a little more sun at
A
the
local
beaches
group
tomorrow.
working with
We'll have a
veterans who
moderate
were
rip curl
exposed to
as well as
toxins
very
during their service
substantial
overseas
heat,
got a
and
big gift
staying
today.
under
The
15
law
miles an
firm
hour. We can
Herman
also see a
Herman
little bit of
presented
dust
burn pits
above
360 with
6,000 feet in
a
the
check for
atmosphere tomorrow as Saharan dust is
The
coming
group
from
says
Africa
they'll
with
use
the
the
upper
money
level
for its
winds.
lobbying
There
efforts
is a
and
branch of it right here. It's going to go
services
today,
at the
and there you can see how it tries to move in tomorrow and even into Thursday and Friday. May see a little bit of that, but the majority of it is going into the central Gulf Coast where they've had some hazy skies. Well, another thing that we're going to see from the east is a tropical wave, and this is the upper level wind pattern.
Governor Greg
Over the
Abbott
next
recently
couple of
signed
days, we're going to
legislation
heat
that
back
will
up.
create
A
a
ridge of high
statewide
pressure to
burn
the
pit
west is going to
registry.
build, so that's going to heat us up
Chris
and
6
dry
News
us
at
out
noon
through the next few days. But watch here to the east
Welcome
of
back.
us.
We always
There's a
like
wave
Tuesdays
right here.
around
And you
here
can see
because
how
we
that starts to
appreciate
pull
so
into
much
the area
Jason
by
Messa and
late
the
in
Better
weekend,
Business
and early
Bureau
next
and the
week it
time
hangs
that they're
over
able to give
Texas.
us here on
That'll
Chris
help
6 News
develop
at
some
noon.
showers and even
I
a
know
few
from time to time
thunderstorms.
situations
Another
arise
thing
where
it's going to do
somebody
is
may
bring our
need to take
temperatures
out a
down
loan.
by the
I mean,
weekend.
you've got
So
bills
with
you
that,
need to
we're looking
pay
at
or
heat and
maybe
humidity
car
starting to
maintenance,
drop a
house
little bit.
maintenance, whatever.
Not right away. We're still going to have the heat
Con artists are aware
index
of
the
that
next
too,
couple
aren't
of
they?
days, just
They
above
do, and
100,
emergencies
but
happen.
it starts
Yeah.
to come down back into the upper 90s, much improved by the weekend as the humidity drops and temperatures come down a little. And by Sunday, we're back down to 90 for a high. Sunday is our better chance that we'll see some rain. Here is your 7-day forecast, and this is brought to you by AutoNation Super Zero event. Get new cars and trucks with absolutely zero deal signing. Visit AutoNation.com. So temperatures rise tomorrow, Thursday, back into the low to mid-90s and into Friday. Nights drop into the mid-70s. Pretty nice nights ahead of us for the weekend. Our better chance of rain comes Sunday.
And that's kind of how they hook you, don't they? Is they say, hey, we're going to give you this loan, and you give us some money to lock in the loan, or to lock in the interest rate, and then you give the money, but you don't see anything in return.
That's right. We've seen insurance. They say we need insurance to cover this up front, so send us $2 or $3 grand, and we'll send you the 10 or 15 grand on the other side. Money never comes. You're out the initial money, and unfortunately, it could lead to ID fraud as well. So it's a bad situation.
Now, there's a couple of things that you have mentioned here that you say look out for. It'll kind of be a red flag for you. If you've got these vague upfront fees that they're trying to make, you're not sure what they are.
Usually, a credible lender will tell you what those fees are and take it out of the loan itself. But scammers actually want it up front, and they'll ask you to supplier it, gift cards, whatever the case is. You'll find a credit pull fee or credit history fee. Just different fees. You need to research these because again, banks or real lenders will tell you what they are up front, what your interest rate is, lock it in, and they'll take it out after.
The other one, and I didn't even think about this one, when they guarantee a loan,
regardless of your credit history.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're going to give you X amount of money, regardless of the fact that you don't even have any credit.
Exactly. We've seen this with student loans all the time. Student loans, unfortunately, rack up charges, but you need to get out of the hole. So they'll say money is there. Let's tap into it. Doesn't matter what your credit history is. They kind of offer these awesome guarantees and money, but again, you haven't given them any information, so they don't know who you are. They're just offering you guaranteed money up front, and that's a bad way to go.
And you mentioned this a moment ago. If they want you to pay in an unusual way, there's
your help tracking them down. Gift cards,
so this video here shows two men breaking into the back of the building on Weber Road near State.
Standing in line, you got to realize,
made
do I
off
really
with
know
nearly
this person, or am I going to wire some money to someone I don't know? Second guess that. Your ear should be up. If you're not sure, start with BBB.org. Look up the lender to see if they're real.
Yeah, you always say do your research, folks.
We begin with the troubleshooters report
if you want to find some links where you can go to learn more about this and other topics, just head over to christv.com and look for this article.
5 administrative positions, including college presidents,
especially that scam tracker site as well. Thanks, Jason. Always appreciate it.
Welcome back. Whether you go out for a run, bicycling, or just having some fun in the sun, it's always important to take care of yourself in the South Texas heat.
Yeah, well, staying hydrated and staying in the shade, I think, is certainly important. There is another way to stay cool, and it involves actually going outside more often. Sunrise reporter Roland Rodriguez joins us live from somewhere along the Bayfront. And Roland, talk to us about how people can adjust to the heat.
Good morning, guys, and good morning, South Texas. Becoming acclimated to the heat as the summer wears on actually means you can spend more time outside, not only exercising, but enjoying
Among the results of that investigation, the school has already refunded an estimated
the key is not to avoid heat. Rather, people should go outside in small spurts and get their bodies accustomed to these high temperatures.
Comment by Commissioner
I think one of the best keys to keeping the heat is to make sure that you adapt slowly. If you spend a lot of time,
I take it very seriously when he said to me, as he said to the board a few moments ago, that in 30 years of practicing, he has not seen a circumstance as troubling as this one.
When temperatures rise, the body reacts by increasing blood flow to the skin surface, taking the heat from within the body to the surface. This means sweat.
Dean of Workforce Training,
Avoiding
Juliet
the use of
Garcia,
heavy clothing
Espinosa's
and
sister and
plastic
director of the
suits
college's Pleasanton
in
campus.
this very
Her
hot
contract was
environment,
not renewed in April, as we
when
reported.
realistically
Nor
they're
was the
trying to
contract
lose
of
weight,
Vice President of
thinking that sweating is actually fat loss, when in fact
Executive
it is
Dean of
water
Student
loss.
Services,
They are
Ruben
two very
Gonzalez,
different things.
and Assistant Dean of
Sweat does not
Workforce,
seep out
Noemi
your
Aguilar,
pores.
When you are
voluntarily
outside in
retired.
triple-digit heat, always listen to your body.
Expired
You want to
August
make sure
31st.
that you're
As
hydrated
the board
well,
searches
not
for the
only
school's
during
next
the activity,
president,
but also before and after the activity. I don't think it's a very good idea to think that you can properly hydrate only when you're being active.
Exercising in hot weather puts extra stress on your body. If you don't take care when exercising in the heat, you risk serious illness.
Some of the most important signs for you is especially if you stop sweating. You will start to notice
a young boy
that you
pulled from a
probably
burning
overheating.
Action 10 Chief Meteorologist Sharon Ray with your Doppler 10 weather forecast.
Good afternoon. It was nice to see some of these clouds and showers moving through today. They helped keep our temperatures down a little bit. And did pick up some rain. Port Aransas picking up a quarter inch of rain.
You must stay hydrated. The recommendation is to drink anywhere from a half gallon to 2 gallons of water a day.
That stronger storm did push to the south now, and most of the area is just seeing a few little showers, certainly not much out there at this time. But you can see some that are dropping in from the north near Tilden. This will be the case through the evening. We'll continue to see a few of these develop from the north this evening. And then later tonight, we could see a few more develop by early morning tomorrow. Outside right now, though, the temperature is not bad at all.
So anyway, folks,
we're getting a break here. 86 at Beeville right now to 81 Corpus Christi, and only at 79 degrees at Port Aransas. A nice breeze blowing from the east. Still pretty windy out there today, especially once those storms this afternoon move through. We have those winds pick up. Right now, about 22 miles an hour, and tomorrow, looking at about winds close to 20 miles an hour, peaking in the afternoon.
Well, Corpus Christi Animal Care Services already has a program where you sit down and read to their adoptive dogs, and in an effort to comfort those that get stressed out with fireworks, they're hoping to have this great event that's happening on July 4th called the Comfort Reading
Temperatures dropping
Event.
down into the upper 70s tonight, up to 15-mile-an-hour winds.
What
And then
many
tomorrow,
fun
high
event
temperatures
on
reach
4th of
close to
July
90 to about
cause stress
92
for
degrees,
others.
and the heat
So
index
Corpus Christi
climbing
Animal
up
Care
to
Services
about
wants to
104
help.
tomorrow
On Thursday, we're
afternoon.
doing
So
a comfort
very
reading event
typical
for
summer
4th of
weather
July.
here
A lot of
tomorrow,
our
hot,
dogs and
humid,
salespeople
and we'll have
sometimes
that
are very
chance of a
scared
shower
of
or a
the sound that
thunderstorm
comes
with
with the
92 at
celebration of 4th of
Mathis
July.
tomorrow,
It's
89
similar to
Ingleside
their
to
Wolfpack
92
reading
Kingsville,
program.
and
Anyone from
86
any
at Port
age
Aransas.
can bring
Corpus
their
Christi
favorite
hitting
book
91
to read to
degrees
one of the
tomorrow.
dogs
The
here
winds
at
on the coastline are
CCACS.
going to pick
Within
up a
10
little bit
minutes,
again
they start
tomorrow.
to
Here is
calm
your
down
beach forecast.
and start
And
to bring
tomorrow
down
we're looking at 15 to
anxiety.
about 20
Because of that,
miles
we
an hour. Now we have a moderate wind current that's continuing as the waves are going to be close to 4 feet tomorrow, and there's a chance we'll get a shower or thunderstorm at the coast tomorrow.
Veteran Barry
You can see on Future
adopted his
Tracker,
dog
this is this
Henry from a
evening.
shelter
Still a few
and
showers
believes
around,
these
so
dogs
keep
need
that
just
umbrella
as much
handy this
comfort
evening.
as humans.
Overnight, forecast models indicate we could see some storms developing and moving in from the southwest by 3 to about 6, 7 in the morning, pulling across the area. You might hear some thunder late tonight and early in the morning tomorrow. And then as we go into the afternoon hours, still a few more could develop as another one of those waves of low pressure aloft move across the area. So we do have that chance. We'll pick up some rain tomorrow.
Now the Comfort Reading event is happening here at Corpus Christi Animal Care Services on July 4th, this Thursday from 8 to 10 p.m.
However,
it is completely free. Just make sure you register once you get here. We'll have more information on our website later on this morning on christi.com. Guys, I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Scattered at best for the weekend.
And I guess that is
now,
important
another
to think
thing I'm
about. If
watching
you're going to be out
for Wednesday and Thursday this week is that's the heron dust. One of our models tracks that into the coastal bend and to our north. So we may see a little bit of that in our sky for Wednesday and Thursday. Otherwise, it does look dry. We'll see a bit hazy out there skies if that dust makes it in here. And then late this week, we see the chances of rain returning by the weekend as temperatures climb. We're back a little bit above average here by the end of the week.
All we have to do is go down to the shoreline.
Not too bad. We drop back down into the mid-70s as the humidity drops off just a
The most
little bit.
accurate weather forecast in South Texas. The chief meteorologist, Bill Nelson.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for being with us this evening as we take a look at our Doppler radar. We have a little bit of change in our weather pattern. There are some showers in the Gulf, as typically the tropical in origin. They go away at night and pick up during the daytime. Now, let's have a couple showers here along the coast as we zoom in. You'll be able to see as soon as they cross the coast, they tend to dissipate. We'll pick up a few little stray showers here over the weekend again tomorrow night. Isolated activity tomorrow, scattered here as we move into Wednesday. The wettest of the next 7 days, and it's not going to be a washout here on Wednesday. We had some high clouds work through the area this afternoon. That slowed down our high temperatures as we stopped in the low 90s. But then the sun came out this evening, nice sunset across the region. Those high clouds made a sundog today. That's high altitude ice crystals in those clouds, and refraction of sunlight sometimes means rain within 48 hours, and we certainly have it in the forecast. High pressure weak in the north central Gulf, low pressure in Texas. That's very weak also, resulting in a light pressure gradient, so light winds. There's an upper level low sitting right over South Texas tonight in the coastal bend, and that's pushing that moisture up to the north, and this moisture is a huge slug of moisture out here in the west central Gulf of Mexico off to Louisiana. So yes, we're going to see some rain, but it's not going to be a lot. It's going to be more in the Gulf and more in Louisiana and East Texas than it is here.
The shooting in San
with a
Patricio
stray shower in the morning
teenager
and then isolated showers tomorrow afternoon, a few in the Gulf.
happened around 1 o'clock in the morning, Sunday, just
here on
north of
Wednesday. You can see starting out in the morning, and in the afternoon it'll be scattered about. But it's not a lot of rain for the area. Certainly nothing severe expected. And in our overnight forecast, we'll see temperatures dropping from the low 80s into the upper 70s through the middle of the night, on down to about 77 around daybreak as the winds settle down to about 5 miles an hour. And a distant shower in the morning. Maybe a pretty picture. 77 will be the low here, 76% and 75 in Beeville. Some of the representative temperatures around the region. We'll start at 77 on our day plan in the morning, tranquil and muggy. Isolated thunder showers in the 88 at noon. Those showers will be pushed inland by 5 p.m. with a moderate sea breeze, and it'll be 91 here in Corpus Christi with a high tomorrow of 92. Upper 80s along the coast from Rockport to 93 and freer, 95 for George West. So temperatures very reasonable for July. Here's that upper level low on the water vapor imagery. You can see it. It's very, very weak, but it is a feature worth noting. There's the main slug of moisture, and again you can see how it's being pushed north and not northwest in our direction.
An 8-year-old rescued from a burning apartment is on life support at Driscoll's
some of that tropical moisture over us with isolated showers late tomorrow, and then scattered showers here on Wednesday, but again, not a washout, and by the 4th, that low is gone, so we dry out and get more wind, and then by Friday, we're going to see high pressure build over us, and that means temperatures are going to start to heat up. And Saturday, lots of sunshine and hot too. All right, so the rain looks like this, and the overall we're talking about an average of a half inch in the coastal bend where it does rain over the next 2.5 days. NEC Co-op Energy 7-day forecast, 77 tonight, 92 tomorrow, 75 and 91 here with scattered activity on Wednesday, and then the 4th of July, windy and hotter at 93, breezy and 94 Friday, and the winds start to lay on Saturday and Sunday, and the heat is on, 96 here
just in time for the weekend, and our very own Seth Kovar joins us now live outside the Oasis Brewing Company on Water Street. So Seth, that brewery has been years in the
grills out and get ready to barbecue.
Yeah, 8 to 10 years is how long the co-owners have been talking about maybe opening a brewery.
In South Texas,
they got serious. They really started putting thought into the idea.
Hi everybody, thanks for being with us this evening as we take a look at our Doppler radar.
It's just a
we have a little bit of a change in our weather pattern. There are some showers in the Gulf, as typically a tropical in origin. They go away at night and pick up during the daytime hours. We have a couple showers here along the coast as we zoom in and be able to see. As soon as they cross the coast, they tend to dissipate. We'll pick up a few little stray showers here overnight and again tomorrow night. Isolated activity tomorrow, scattered here as we move into Wednesday, the wettest of the next 7 days.
Without really knowing how this neighborhood was going to progress, and it's all.
We had some high clouds work through the area this afternoon. That slowed down our high temperatures as we stopped in the low 90s. But then the sun came out this evening, nice sunset across the region. Those high clouds made a sundog today. That's high altitude ice crystals in those clouds, and refraction of sunlight sometimes means rain within the 48 hours, and we certainly have it in the forecast. High pressure weak in the north central Gulf, low pressure in Texas. That's very weak also, resulting in a light pressure gradient. It's super appealing. Light wind. There's an upper level low right over South Texas tonight in the coastal bend, and that's pushing that moisture up to the north. And this moisture, this huge slug of moisture out here in the west central Gulf of Mexico off to Louisiana. So yes, we're going to see some rain, but it's not going to be a lot. It's going to be more in the Gulf and more in Louisiana and East Texas than it is here. With a stray shower in the morning and then isolated showers tomorrow afternoon and a few in the Gulf. The rain does pick up a little bit more here on Wednesday. You can see starting out in the morning and in the afternoon it'll be scattered about. But it's not a lot of rain for the area. Certainly nothing severe expected. In the overnight forecast, we'll see temperatures dropping from the low 80s into the upper 70s in the middle of the night. On down to about 77 around daybreak as the winds settle down to about 5 miles an hour, and a distant shower in the morning may make this real pretty picture. 77 will be the low here, 76% and 75 in Beeville, some of the representative temperatures around the region. We'll start at 77 on our day plan in the morning, tranquil and muggy, isolated thunder showers and 88 at noon.
A massive fire.
Those showers will be pushed inland by 5 p.m. with
Chief Meteorologist Sharon Ray
and it'll be 91 here in Corpus Christi with a high tomorrow of 92.
Upper 80s along the coast from Rockport to 93 and 3 or 95 for George West. So temperatures very reasonable for July. Here's that upper level low in the water vapor range. You can see it's very, very weak, but it is a feature worth noting. There's the main slug of moisture, and again, you can see how it's being pushed north and not northwest in our direction. This low is actually going to drift out
right now it is
north.
90 degrees in Robstown,
It pulls some of that tropical moisture over for isolated showers late tomorrow,
95
and then
degrees
scattered
at
showers
Bevo.
here
Heat index
Wednesday.
is
Again, not a washout.
So we see that heat index that
that low is gone, so we dry out, more wind, and then by Friday, we're going to see high pressure build over us.
So we have wind, we have high humidity, and that's going to keep our temperatures and clouds, and that's going to keep our temperatures from dropping much tonight.
Rain looks like this, and overall we're talking about
if we don't get
an
any lower
average of
than
a half
that by
inch
tomorrow
in the
morning,
coastal
that'll
bend
be
where
the
it
warmest
does rain over the
July,
next
June
2.5 days.
22nd we've
NEC
seen
Co-op Energy
yet.
7-day forecast.
Certainly a warm night
77
ahead
tonight,
as we're going to see a
92
good
tomorrow,
breeze blowing in
75 and 91 here
the dew
with
points
scattered
right now are
activity
high.
on
This is
Wednesday.
oppressive air right
And then
now.
the 4th of
Very
July,
humid
windy
air
and hotter at
over all of the
93,
coastal
breezy
bend
and
right now.
94 Friday.
And it looks like that
And
is going
the
to
winds start
persist
to
this
lay on
weekend.
Saturday
Although
and
the
Sunday,
temperature
and
comes
the
down
heat is
slightly
on,
this
96
weekend,
here
the humidity
Saturday and
stays
Sunday.
high. And you can see this is
So there
pretty
you have
much
it.
what
At
it's
least
going to
it's not
feel
gonna
like
pour down
outdoors,
rain on the
not
4th.
only
Right.
tomorrow,
And that's
but
good
also
for
all
all
the way
the
through
festivities.
Sunday and Monday.
grills out
The
and
good
get
news
ready
is
to
I do
barbecue.
see those dew
Yes.
points dropping and that
Thanks, Dale.
humidity starting to come down next week.
And every night at 10 o'clock, we celebrate good
So
deeds.
for tomorrow, your Saturday, that temperature 92 by noon,
And tonight
a
we're
heat
giving
index
a
of
thumbs up to two
106.
Corpus
We'll
Christi
see
police
clouds in the
officers,
morning,
Senior
breaking up to a
Officer
partly
Samantha
sunny sky,
Baldwin, and
and
Officer
94 by 3
Gilliam. They
o'clock.
both
The
received
wind
awards
picks up
recently
again
for
tomorrow. We'll see those
outstanding
winds
DWI
20 to 25
enforcement
miles
by
an
the
hour,
National
gusting
Law
as high as
Enforcement Organization
32
called
kilometers.
NIRS.
So a rather
Thank you,
windy
police
day and
officers,
hot
for keeping
as
our
temperatures heat
community
up into the upper 90s inland, closer to the coast.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. A 79-year-old Aransas County man is in the hospital tonight
The beach
after coming
forecast
into
is going to be a
contact
little
with a
rough out
deadly
there. We've got
flesh-eating
wind, we have
bacteria
waves
known
up
as
to 5 feet, and a moderate
That
rip
happened
current
as
risk.
the man in
So
the
use
summer
caution in
fishing
the
off
water
Ransom Island in
tomorrow.
Aransas
That
Pass a little more
temperature
than
in the
a
water
week
is at
ago.
85
Chris 6 News reporter
degrees.
Greg
So
Chandler
as I
spoke
mentioned,
with
I
Matt's
am
family
seeing the
today.
heat coming down a
Marilyn
little bit
Jones
next
has
week.
been
In
by
fact,
her
the dew
husband
points and
Daniel's
humidity
side
drop
since he was
off,
admitted to
and
the
that brings
hospital
that
a week
heat
ago.
index down
Her
to more
daughter,
bearable
Cindy
levels.
Jones
It won't be
Anderson,
quite as
says
dangerous
the ordeal
heat
started
as we head
with a
from
cut on her
Sunday all
father's
the way
hand.
through next
He noticed
Wednesday.
his hand
We're also going to see more
starting to
cloud
hurt.
cover and a chance we could
So
get
he
a
went to
rain.
bed
Ridge of high
at about
pressure, which
2
often
o'clock
keeps
in
us
the
dry
morning,
and
it
hot
woke
this
him
time
up
of year.
throbbing.
It is pulling back
his hand
to
had
the east, and where
swollen
it's
like
been
twice the size.
and going to stay there for the next
diagnosis
couple of days.
of Vibrio
And as this
infection.
trough of low
If you go in the
pressure
water
gets
and
to our
have,
north, that's
cut or
keeping that
something,
wind
then
going
you
this
can
weekend.
actually,
And also little
get infected
disturbances
with
moving
it.
through
According
that
to Dr.
could
Michael
produce a
Wetz
couple
with
of
Texas
showers
A&M Corpus
all the way through
Christi's Heart
Tuesday. There's that
Research
chance.
Institute.
But the high
Vibrio
pressure
is
ridge
common in
starts to
South
build right
Texas
back
waters,
in, and by the
especially
end of
during the
next week,
summer
we're
when
looking at
water
more
temperatures
sunshine
rise. But
and
he
the
says
temperature
people
starts to
shouldn't be
climb
afraid to
again.
get in the water.
But as far as
Generally,
rain
the water's
chances,
safe
they
for most
are in the
people. It's just
forecast.
there's a handful of
Coastal
people that are
shower
just more
chance
susceptible,
on
it
Saturday
seems
and
like,
Sunday.
to
Those
these
morning
Vibrio
showers that
infections.
don't
Dr.
last
Wetz
long,
suggests
and then as we get into
cleaning
Monday and
wounds as soon as you
Tuesday, we
get out
could
of the
even see
water.
a few
And while the
spot
elderly, like
afternoons.
the
So the
79-year-old
weekend,
Jones,
as
tend
you
to
plan your
contract the
weekend, yeah, it's
bacteria
still
that
going to be
they
hot and humid this
Anyone
weekend.
can get it.
Temperatures came down just a little bit, and the heat index
People
as
don't
high
know
as
it's
109
in the area,
on Sunday.
and you know,
Well,
they
here's
don't
your
think about it.
7-day forecast
Scientists
then,
have
with
proved a
those
link
clouds
between Saharan
persisting
dust
this
and
weekend
Vibrio
to
blooms in
partly
the
sunny
Florida
skies in the
Keys.
afternoon. It'll be
Researchers from
windy
the
and
Heart
nice near
Institute are
80
working
degrees,
to
but
see if
next
there is
week,
a similar
after we
link
pick up
here.
slight rain
In the
chances
studio,
Monday and
Greg
Tuesday,
Chandler, Chris
next
6
week we
News.
see plenty of sunshine
Marilyn
again,
Jones says
and
her
the
husband
temperature
has already
climbs
had
just
3
a bit.
surgeries and will
So it
need
is
more
summer,
plastic
and
surgery
we
on his
are
hand.
just looking outdoors this afternoon, still feeling
feeling the heat, and that's where our whole line is right now. We're outside the Oasis Brewing Company, telling us all about this summer solstice.
Well, that was the first of 3 guilty verdicts this afternoon in the Tommy Cabello trial. The retired Corpus Christi police officer also found guilty of witness tampering and evidence tampering. It took the jury about half an hour to reach those guilty verdicts. The charges stem from a domestic violence incident at his ex-wife's home last November. The punishment phase of this trial will begin tomorrow. Cabello faces a maximum of 10 years in prison. Now, he was given the choice of having the jury or the judge decide his sentence, and he chose to have Judge Eva Klein determine that sentence.
We donate 100% of the proceeds to the families.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Here is your Aztec Chevrolet forecast. Our director, Cameron Gorman, has a beautiful shot here on our Skycam. You can see the high clouds on one side and fair weather cumulus clouds on the other. This created a sundog today, or a halo around the sun, and that sometimes means rain within 48 hours, and we do have some rain in the forecast. So it's all coming to fruition as we have rain in the Gulf of Mexico on the Doppler radar, but not here on land. It's been a dry day in the coastal bend, unlike the scattered to isolated showers we had over the weekend. And as we pull out a little bit wider here, that moisture goes pretty far south. But if you take a good close look at this, most of this rain is moving north and not west. It really needs to be moving west in order to come into the coastal bend. And that's because the upper level low sitting here, the counterclockwise rotation around it is sending it off to the north, as it is the high clouds that we see in the region right now. This is the high altitude ice crystals that the sun refracted light off of.
Well, battling barbecue is taking applications from families until June 28th. To find out how to apply for the funds, go to our website.
He's pretty light winds today. It's humid next day. It's 100 degrees for most of us. As you can see, the moisture is increasing around that upper level, and that is going to result in water clouds here tomorrow morning, a couple stray showers along the coast that will elevate to isolated tomorrow afternoon. But again, a lot of us will not get rainfall tomorrow. It'll just be isolated in nature. And then on Wednesday, we'll start to pick up the activity a little bit more to a scattered variety. So a little bit more of us will see rain in the coastal bend, in the Christi Union area here on Wednesday. There'll be a couple pockets where you'll have isolated 1 to 2 inch downpours, but most of us will see a lot less than that to nothing, as you can see on our rainfall amounts, where it does rain between now and Thursday afternoon. We'll see rainfall amounts anywhere from a few hundredths of an inch up to about an inch up to the north. Our short-term forecast for this evening has temperatures dropping to the 80s and winds settling down from breezy at 15 miles an hour down to about 10 miles an hour in the middle of the night, and then single digits after that, but with some clouds hanging around. We'll see temperatures a little bit warmer than 72,
Mattress,
77 tonight, 73 further into the Northwest and Freer, about 80 over in Port Aransas with 77, tranquil and muggy in the morning, isolated thunder showers around the city, and 88. That'll be at noon tomorrow, and then those thunder showers will be pushing inland at 5 p.m. and will be up to 91. Highs tomorrow will reach 92 here, with 89 in Refugio and about 95 further inland at Hebron Bay and George West. So here is that upper level low on the water vapor imagery. Winds rotate around that counterclockwise, and you can see it pulling the moisture up to the north. And some of that will brush the coast, but we'll see a lot of rain in the Gulf of Mexico tomorrow and the next day, as you can see here. But again, it's not going to amount to a whole lot. It'll be scattered on Wednesday, and as advertised, that's going to be the wettest of the next 7 days. It'll dry out here on Thursday, 4th of July, and especially on Friday with hot temperatures. Here is a look at your NEC Co-op Energy 7-day forecast, calling for 77 tonight, 92 with isolated showers tomorrow. Scattered on Wednesday, and then the 4th of July looks windy, hot and dry, as Saturday and Sunday. The winds come down over the weekend, so what happens? The high temperatures go up, but the heat index will come down, so that's good and bad, depending on how you look at it.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks,
Well, a teacher accused of an inappropriate relationship with a student arrested. According to Refugio County Sheriff Raul Gonzalez, Maria Cruz arrested at her home last night. She's accused of having a 4-month relationship with an 18-year-old student. Told that Cruz recently worked as a substitute teacher at Woodsboro ISD. Well, Sheriff Gonzalez says she faces at least one charge, again, of an improper relationship between an educator and a student. She's in the Refugio County Jail now. Her bond has been set at $50,000.
What did you do out there today?
Evening, a raid on 2 Robstown homes Friday turned up evidence.
Yes, unfortunately I didn't melt, but I did have some fun melting crayons. Let's show you how I did this right here. We'll show you a couple pictures of me setting it all up. First of all, what I did was I went out and bought a white canvas, and then I started to super glue different colors of rainbow crayons there at the top of the canvas. I wanted to see which crayon would melt first, and then which one would melt the most, the fastest as well. So I needed the heat, but I needed it to be a little bit stronger than what it was outside. So the temperatures made it up into the 90s for today. You can see a time lapse of it here, but inside that vehicle, yeah, it's well over 140
Street.
20 degrees.
Police
So
also
that
found
the crayons
black
really
tar
started
heroin.
to melt at that
The
point.
children's
you see
parents,
the purple
29-year-old
one,
Anna
actually ended up
Gamboa
being
and
the first
48-year-old
one
Renee
to
Molina
melt.
were
Now,
later
according to
arrested.
Crayola, they
Now,
actually
according to
say
a police
that all of their
report,
crowns should
both
melt at the
admitted to
same
using
rate.
their
However,
children to deliver
we also know
drugs.
that the darker the color, the more heat it absorbs. So technically, the darker crayons should be the ones to melt
on
the
drug dealers,
fastest. And that's what
and
we
will
saw
soon
here.
make
But you may
more
wonder,
drug
okay,
arrests.
why didn't
He
the
had this
black
message
crayon
for drug
melt
dealers
the
in his
fastest?
town.
And that would be because, look at the wrapper color. It's kind of a
It's gonna be other
grayish white
agencies
color,
that are
so
gonna be
it's not
assisting
quite
us,
as dark
and we
as
will
what
be
the
focusing
purple
on
wrapper
this
is. So that is why the purple was
Our
melting
main
fastest,
priority is
because it had both a
keeping
dark
our
wrapper
kids safe
and
and
dark
protecting
wax,
our
whereas the
citizens
black
in
has dark
real
wax, but it does not have.
Now, Gamboa and Molina are
This is what
charged
we've
with
got, the final
manufacturing
product here.
or delivery
It all
of a
melted. It
controlled
really only took
substance,
about
along
an hour
with
of
8
it sitting in that
counts
vehicle
of
to come up
endangering
with
a
this.
child. Their
So
bond
pretty
has
cool, but
been
notice
set
this.
at $105,000.
See the white ones? They hardly melted
Katya?
at all. There was no dripping actually from the crayons themselves, and that's because it doesn't absorb as much of the heat. It reflects it, which is why we always say wear a white shirt
when it comes to college basketball anymore. And
reporting
a few
outside
years
the
ago,
action
the
center,
NCAA instituted a new rule where teams can keep their players around and put them through 8 weeks of training. And that's why you will find the Islander players taking part in their off-season work. They get 4 hours on the court, 4 hours of conditioning every week. And right now they are right in the middle of that summer work. And talk about being a limber. That's Elijah Schmidt, who's 6'8". Look at that. That is amazing to say the least.
Before they take up this issue,
I used to do that. Can't do that anymore. All right. As far as conditioning is concerned, they've been
Drew. You see the teacher pay raises have to be approved by the Corpus Christi School Board.
Got to enjoy some fun and conditioning, taking part in this frisbee game in the heat of the day, improving their endurance, just what the trainers want to see.
Should be.
Guys just get to get a little bit out of their element. We'll play ultimate frisbee, do a little bit of dodgeball and some other fun games, and just let them be athletic. Some of the things that come natural to them on the court, we're going to take some of those things and apply that in different arenas.
You can run out without knowing your upcoming salary.
Not having set pay,
the heat, it makes you so tired, it makes you think about it all the time, but if you just let it go, get through it, overcome adversity, like you said, it makes you so much stronger on the court, so when you're tired in that last moment of the game, you're like, man, I've been through this, I can get this done right here. Out here in the heat and the sun creates a lot of adversity, and what we're trying to develop is mental toughness. One of the things that Lee Scott talks about all the time is landing. Guys have to have the dexterity to be able to land. You know, you get some of these guys that jump so high and they run so fast, they stop on a dime and change directions. That's how injuries occur. And so a lot of this training is designed to help guys develop that dexterity to be able to handle those cuts, handle the landings, handle the crazy falls, and get right back up and stay in the action.
You know, it looks fun, and it was fun, but it was really hot. And these guys are the best conditioned athletes I've ever seen. You know, these colleges, they could earn more. They can run up and down.
In my opinion,
1,000 times an hour.
Children, they're a handful.
Yes, I know it.
In addition to July 22nd, the Corpus Christi School Board also
6 News has obtained arrest affidavits related to last week's shooting that killed a 16-year-old boy, Gavin McFarland, and injured his dad, John McFarland. For 6 News reporter Greg Taylor joins us live from outside the San Patricio County Sheriff's Department. Greg, I understand those statements were given by the people in the truck involved in that deadly road rage incident.
The Waves Resort Corpus Christi,
Katya, in fact, one of these documents contains that statement given by one of the suspects to the investigators. We're talking about Henry Roland Gonzalez Jr. He's charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. In his statement, Gonzalez told investigators he witnessed Carlos Gabriel Chumacero fire at Gavin and John McFarland. Now, Gonzalez also gave investigators a video of Chumacero reportedly admitted to shooting McFarland. His girlfriend also gave a statement. She told investigators her boyfriend, Henry Roland Gonzalez
Hurricane
Jr.
Alley offers
was in the
swimming
front
lessons this
passenger
morning.
seat
The
of the
water
truck
park
that
took
cut off
part in the
McFarland.
world's largest
She
swimming
said when the truck
contest.
pulled over,
It's
she
a
ran to
global
her
event
house.
happening at water
That
parks around the
corroborates the
country
statement
over the
John
next
McFarland
24
gave
hours.
investigators.
And it's all
He
aimed at
described
training
seeing
the
someone
next
exit the
generation
back
of
seat and
swimmers.
run to
This
a
is
house.
the ninth
But
year
then
for this
McFarland
event.
says the front seat passenger
CPD
exited
teamed up with the
and
Bureau
fired
of
a handgun,
Alcohol, Tobacco,
hitting him
Firearms,
twice in
and
the leg.
Explosives to
Now, the
remind
driver of the
people
truck
to
also
lock
gave a
up their
statement.
guns.
He said he was
It's a
involved
part
in
of
the
their
fight with
campaign to
McFarland,
keep guns
but
out of the
didn't see
shot them. And just listen to this. Since 2017, right here in Corpus Christi, 618 guns have been stolen out of vehicles. Only 131 of those guns have been recovered. Some of those guns have even been traced to other crimes. They advise gun owners to always remove their guns from their vehicles when at home and lock them up in a safe. Plus, make sure you know the make, model, and caliber of your weapon.
And still has a bullet lodged in his spine. Says he is in constant pain, physically and mentally.
They don't have this information. Severe PTSD, scared of cops now. There's no way to know. Hard to move.
By the way, CCPD does give away free gun locks. You can get them at the department.
A federal lawsuit has been filed against the city of Corpus Christi and the police department over the shooting of Richard Salazar. The suit alleges excessive force from the two officers who were involved. It also alleges that Salazar's rights were violated and says that the officers were not trained properly. Attorneys are seeking just over $12 million in damages. The district attorney's office also released a 46-page report providing more details about the case. For a full look at the report, just click on the story on our website at christi.com.
And Chris, the biggest highlight of the
because
program is figuring out how
those who are looking for healthier options when it comes to bakery items now have a new choice to consider.
It's called fast keto, and everything inside the bakery is low carb and sugar-free. Sunrise reporter Chelsea Torres is live this morning on Staples at the bakery. So Chelsea, tell us more about it.
Learn about caring for rescued sea animals.
Guys, you know, here at Fat Keto, they've only been open for a little over a week, and the owner already tells me that she's been getting a great response, and she's getting that response from right here in this community.
It'll be a jam started as a way to a healthy new life. Youngsters get a better idea of what they want to do with their careers. Hopefully, it'll be smooth sailing from there.
Margie Castillo wanted to lose that weight. She joined the gym, and it was a simple question from her physical trainer that got things moving.
With your Doppler 10 weather forecast.
I don't know what that is. And he said, well, look it up. So good afternoon. You know, we could feel that heat right from the start this morning. It was warm and stuffy out there to start the day. We had some high clouds
began a new lifestyle that others took notice of.
As those thinned out this afternoon, we did get some sunshine, and that did boost our temperature once again. And that humidity is high. It's currently 90 degrees at Ingleside, Corpus Christi at 92 to 96 at Alice, and upper 80s at the coastline, but the heat index has been climbing this afternoon, and it's been up to,
says she is meeting people that have food sensitivities or are diabetic.
19 degrees. So certainly those heat indices rather high, and look at Alice at 118 right now. That's what it feels like out there when you factor in that humidity. In Corpus Christi at 109. So those are some dangerous heat indices, and that's why we have that heat advisory until 8 o'clock tonight, until the air cools down. It's not quite as dangerous out there. Wind speeds have been picking up as expected, and we see those winds around 3 miles an hour in Corpus. A little bit lighter as you head inland. And we'll have that nice breeze blowing tonight as temperatures stay warm, only dropping close to 80, even some lower 80s at the beaches tonight. So a very muggy night out there, but fortunately we have that breeze blowing. And tomorrow the temperatures climb again. It's going to be very similar to today, with reaching about 95 degrees in Corpus Christi. The heat index as high as 112.
And I'm also
so take care again tomorrow. We probably will have another one of those heat advisories that'll be issued. So high temperatures you can see across the area from 91 at Rockport tomorrow to 96 Robstown, and heading inland upper 90s, touching close to 100 degrees for the first
we ought to mention here, it says Staples Street.
All right, if you're heading to the beach tomorrow, the waves have come up even more. We're looking at 4 to 5 foot waves, but
what would you like for me to go get?
Yeah, to a low risk, but I'd say low to moderate on this one. And we're seeing that water temperature holding at 86 degrees. While we just have some clouds right here, it's very dry here. Farther to the north, the main storm system, for the most part, producing some severe weather is across the central U.S. as well as the eastern seaboard.
A shooting victim remains in serious conditions. Police continue to search.
So the action has pulled to the north, but as this front pulls south again this weekend, we're looking at more severe weather possible in the Lone Star State. But that stays north of us. For us, we're dealing with the humidity this time of year, very common. And take a look at these dew points. When they get close to 80 degrees, that is just very oppressive air. I want you to notice something out to the west, how much drier the air is. later next week, around next Tuesday and Wednesday, forecast models start to bring that drier air closer to us, and they drop the humidity down a little bit next week. But until about Tuesday, we're still dealing with this. These heat indices climbing each day, although they do come down a little bit as we head into Sunday and Monday. I hope that's what you're talking about, because you got these cool T-shirts on. So tomorrow, summer officially begins at 10:54, and as you're heading outdoors, of course, this weekend, you want to find a way to stay cool. Just take a look at these temperatures for your weekend forecast. Those heat indices still climbing close to 110 each day in our inland areas, and temperatures reaching. Here is your 7-day forecast then, and as I mentioned, the temperatures come down just a tad this weekend. Certainly not enough to make it feel much cooler. Nights are very stuffy in the lower 80s all the way into early next week. I did continue to leave that chance we could see a thunderstorm, especially Monday and Tuesday, but other than that,
3 p.m. with the Family Fun Zone.
Had a lot of heat though, and we're going to toss it out to Cole, who is at the KZTV studio. He's just outside the studio with me on Merriment. I hear you're melting things out there today, Cole. What are you doing?
Beginning at 9, and then the thing everybody's been waiting for, the Big Bang, the fireworks. That's
Christi.
News at noon continues.
Welcome noon time, everybody out there. Fairly good-looking day out there. Partly cloudy skies, lots of sun, already at 91. So obviously we're going to push the mid-90s today. Obviously it feels like 100. But the big question is, where is all that tropical moisture? Well, here we are, and here it is. Okay, you see it down here coming up from the south. What's happening is that we have a circulation in Texas that sort of goes like this. So it's basically being pulled from the tropics on up into our area, and then we'll be pushing in probably by tomorrow. So today is a scattered kind of light rain day, not light rain, but scattered shower day. And so this afternoon, a little bit more heating. I'm sure we're going to trigger a few more of those little showers. But it's when this stuff gets here, which is probably overnight. By tomorrow morning, I'm thinking it's going to be a rainy day. That's your Tuesday and your Wednesday with the isolated, slow-moving tropical downpour. So it's all right about here, just about south of Brownsville. So we still got maybe
to help you lose
8 or 10 hours before it arrives here.
When you put a new business
so
in an abandoned
it's going to be
storefront.
raining for the next
Another
couple
way
days.
to lose an eyesore
So
or
as
something
far
we're a
as
little
we're
more
concerned,
used to.
there you see the tropical activity. This is driven by heating. The other stuff is driven by that area of low pressure that's going to be pulling it up into our region. And as a result, I'm thinking that we're going to be looking at rain. But the good news is that it's going to be moving out by the time we get to the 4th of July. That's very important. Here's the trough. You can see much better when we go on a wide picture here. You can see the circulation is coming up this way and around like this. So it's a broad area of low pressure, otherwise known as the easterly wave. The high pressure center is up here, so it's basically pushing it onto the Texas coast. So we're waiting for this to pull in here and sort of sit around for about a day or so. It's a slow mover, but maybe not as intense as I had earlier thought. Still, over into the rain solid in most areas around here in the next 48 to maybe 60 hours. Now, this activity will be drifting through, and then the good news is that it looks like it's going to be gone by the time we get to Thursday, because the trough is going to be rolling in slowly but surely. If it was moving faster, I'd say, okay, not as much rain, but because it's moving slow, I'm still over an inch, maybe 2 out of this activity. Somebody will get that kind of rain. Not the 4-inch category, but a good solid 2 inches as it moves through the region. You see it right about there on Wednesday. But then on Thursday, the back end of it pulls away, and we start to settle down.
And I can still
the good
taste
news
it,
is that we've got a good weekend coming up.
Being torn down
Scattered
here
showers
and the
this
one next
afternoon,
to it. He says he actually sold it
Tuesday,
to a foundation
Wednesday,
sometime back.
Up for the 4th
so of course I reached out to the
July.
foundation as well to try to figure out what's going to be in this soon-to-be empty lot and possibly 2 empty lots with that other building also possibly being towed down. The foundation did not get back to me today, but as soon as I hear something from them, I'll be sure to bring it to you.
Good afternoon, and thanks so much for joining us here. A Nueces County grand jury has voted not to seek an indictment against a Corpus Christi police officer who mistakenly shot a man last March. This 6 News reporter Ashley Portillo joins us live from the Nueces County Courthouse with details. Ashley, what can you tell us?
A lot of pain, and it has to be treated just
that
like a burn.
Decision by the grand jury was made last Thursday, but it was not announced until this morning. That officer involved shooting happened back on March 26th, and senior officer Gilbert Cantu and Officer Jacqueline Daly
Leon were investigating a convenience store robbery in the area of Baldwin while searching for two suspects with Richie Salazar. He reportedly matched the description of one of the suspects. Officer Cantu said Salazar did not comply with his demand who had what he thought was a gun in his hand. It turned out it was to be a lighter. Salazar was shot several times.
Weight on it for more than 5 seconds,
some members of the public who
your
will view
dog
this
can't
as a
hide
foregone
her.
conclusion,
Ray says to watch your pet
believing
carefully
either
for
that we did
signs
not
that they
take the case
suffered from
seriously,
concrete or
or that
asphalt
we,
burns.
working
They
in
would
league
probably
with
be looking
CCPD,
at it a lot more.
hope
They're
the
going
case
to
go
be
away.
maybe a little bit more
These
sensitive.
beliefs
If
could
it's
not
a
be
severe
further from the
burn,
truth.
it certainly will blister it just like we would.
To avoid putting your pet
Again, the
through pain
grand jury
and possibly
decided
a
not
vet
to
visit.
indict
Ray
Officer
says you can
Cantu,
try
but
to
both
walk them on
officers
grass
are back on duty at this time. As the Florida District Attorney's Office reported say that this 46 news report will be released later today, providing
Corpus
more
Christi police
details
need
about
your
this
help
case.
solving a murder.
All right, thank you for that report, Ashley.
Right here in
On
town.
June 12th of 2007, police
it's a
responded
huge
to a
impact. So
shooting
what that
at the
means
adult
is,
video store
we
off
have
of I-37. A
cutting-edge
woman told police when
technology
she
here in
arrived for
town,
work, she
and
found
people don't
26-year-old
have to
Robert
cut the San
Robinson
Antonio,
dead from a
Houston,
gunshot wound.
or other parts of the
Robinson was an
country to
overnight
get,
clerk at the store. The
cutting-edge,
12th anniversary of
procedures.
Robinson's
When
homicide
left
just passed,
untreated,
and CCTV
obesity
wants
can
to
lead
help
to
bring his
other
family some
chronic
closure.
diseases.
If you know anything at all about this murder, you are urged to call Crime Stoppers at 888-PIPS. If your information leads to an arrest, we will earn you up to $2,500 in cash.
Cholesterol, sleep apnea, stroke risk.
Robotics-assisted procedures are less invasive than traditional
Hi
open
everyone, I'm
surgery.
Captain Monica Rios from Oasis County Sheriff's Office. And it's that time again for the Wheel of Shame. This is your chance to make some extra cash by getting these guys off the streets and behind bars where they belong. Let's go ahead and spin the wheel.
And this new approach to weight loss surgery, the surgeon's hand controls a robot that enhances the precision, stability, and visualization of the procedure.
And the wheel
Using
has
a
it on
3D
Cynthia
camera,
Adams.
the robot
Cynthia Adams
provides a
is one of
clear
her
and
forgery,
steady view
financial
of the
instrument, and
surgical
credit card
field,
abuse.
giving the
Her date of birth is
surgeon
August
more
14th,
control
1980.
during the
She's approximately
operation.
5'4", 185 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. If you have any information we can locate Cynthia Adams or any of the fugitives on our wheel, please call Crime Stoppers at 888-TIPS. For a complete list of all Boise County's top 10 most wanted fugitives, go to kztv10.com.
We'll be right back.
Yeah, this
Now,
surgery has become
Action
very
10
popular.
Chief
From
Meteorologist
2011
Sherry
and
Ray with your Doppler
2017,
10 weather forecast.
1.3 million people have had
Well,
a
welcome
very
back. You know,
accurate
many
surgery.
of us think about
Guys,
tornadoes and hurricanes and those big weather events to be the number one weather killer, but actually statistics show something different, and it's what we're feeling right now, and that's the heat.
Football
In
season's
fact,
almost
in
here, but it's
2018, that was the number one killer for weather, but also notice the third place here, rip currents. We're seeing both of those this week. As we look at the 10-year average, heat is still number one, and rip currents comes in fourth, just under tornadoes. So certainly the heat can be serious. You don't want to get a heat-related illness, so it's easy to get caught. You don't feel it right away, and then you might get you might be outdoors too long and end up starting to feel dizzy. You don't want to get to that point. So always remember your heat safety rules. And these are some of those, as Cole pointed out. You want to wear light-colored clothing. You want to stay hydrated, and eat meals, very light meals, more often if necessary. And don't forget your pets. Give them plenty of water and shade and a cool place to rest. Outside right now, we're feeling that heat. It's 94 degrees at Corpus Christi, and 97 at Allen, 98 at Beeville right now. And that dew point is high. It's in the upper 70s right along the coast. But notice how it drops off farther to the west. Well, that drier air gets close to us, but it never makes it here. It looks like it's going to stay west of us all the way through the weekend, and as a result, we're going to be in that very sticky air. And this is what it feels like because of those high dew points and that high humidity. You can see that those heat indices right now are still holding 111 at Corpus Christi, feeling like 107 at Ingleside and 112 at Kingsville. All right, so tonight it's not going to cool down a lot. Temperatures only dropped to near 80 degrees. We'll have a nice breeze blowing though, about 10 to 15 miles an hour. That picks up tomorrow, and with that wind, it's still going to be hot and humid. These are the temperatures and the feels-like temperatures. You can see that heat index climbing to 110 by 2 o'clock. And again, I do expect another heat advisory for tomorrow, so take it easy if you have to be outdoors. As high temperatures in the upper 80s coast, and you can see that 100 to about 103 in our inland areas for your Thursday. Now, at the beaches, I mentioned that rip current risk and how it's third on the list in the past year for deaths across the United States. And we do have a higher rip current risk the next couple of days. Because of that onshore flow, the winds are picking up. It's going to become a little rougher out on the water. And you can see that wave height comes up to 4 feet tomorrow at the beaches. So just use caution if you're going to be in the water. So basically, we're just going to have a lot of heat and humidity the next few days.
Meteorologist
for us. This front,
hi everyone, welcome back and a very good Sunday afternoon to you. We continue to watch the Doppler radar. We have some showers and some storms that are starting to build across the area. Early this morning, there was a big complex of showers and storms that went through San Antonio about 5 to 7 o'clock, and then they kind of petered out by the time they made their way here.
Now, with that increasing onshore flow, this is the wind forecast. As you can see, it is expected to pick up over the next few days.
Right over the South Texas area, and the result of some of these showers and storms that have been building over the last hour or so, going along 77 just north of Woodsboro and stretching on over towards 77, 181 out around the Skidmore and Tynan area along 359
but until then, we're dealing with these kind of
Lake Corpus Christi is getting a good dousing of some rainfall at this point.
They're going to be just
to the north of Sandia, right around Orange Grove, going along 359 and out to the west on 281, just south of the Georgia West area. They're still getting some sprinkles rainfalls out there and extending on over to 59 and just to the west of Freer, going along 16 as well. Good news about all this activity. None of this activity is severe at this point. But as we look at it on the 3D live radar, you can kind of see it building up at this point right now. And the cloud tops are going to about 20 to 40,000 feet. So we could get a little bit of some pea-sized hail associated with some of this activity. Cloud rain forecast shows that activity moving off to the west later on for tonight. We will be clearing out. It will be a humid and tranquil evening for us here. In fact, most of us will wake up to mainly clear skies early in the morning, and then the afternoon, with the exception of just a passing shower, once again along the afternoon sea breeze, most of us are going to remain dry. And then as we go into Tuesday morning, notice we get a little bit more sprinkle activity near the coastline, more activity off into the Gulf of Mexico, and definitely more cloud coverage. And we will look for some isolated showers in the forecast as we go on into Tuesday, courtesy of a weak upper-level disturbance. Evening forecast, though, here in Corpus Christi does show the clouds hanging with us at this point as temperatures fall into the lower 80s on our way to 74 here in Corpus Christi, upper 70s to lower 80s near the coastline, and lower 70s inland. And for tomorrow, 74 calm and humid to start, 88 heating up quickly at noon, and then increasing wind southeasterly about 10 to 20 miles an hour for tomorrow. So big look at the picture right now. We do have a little trough of low pressure up to the north of us and high pressure that is anchored into the Gulf of Mexico at this point. But as we look into the upper levels of the atmosphere, there's this weak upper level disturbance that I was just talking about. And again, even though it's weak in nature, it is firing off those showers that we have been seeing across the area. So as we look at the rain forecast over the next couple of days, this is going to be the culprit for our increasing rainfall chances as we go on into Tuesday. You can see that rainfall increase here on Tuesday, and then more so on Wednesday here. We'll pick it up to scattered activity, but not a huge rainmaker for us here, unfortunately. And as we go on into the 4th of July and on into the weekend, the rainfall chances will start to go away. So we'll call it straight tomorrow, isolated on Tuesday, and then our best chance of rainfall on Wednesday there will start activity after everything starts to go down. Most of us see only about half an inch or less. NEC Co-op Energy 7-day forecast, 94 tomorrow, isolated thunder showers Tuesday, scattered on Wednesday, and then drying out, more wind and lots of heat as we head on into the weekend. Stay with us. Jackie Brock is coming up next. This sports.
And this dude just jumped on the boat and stopped.
They've been wearing their kill switch.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Well, yes, this is near downtown Corpus Christi where hail was falling. Wasn't very large.
By the way, the
didn't do any damage, thank goodness, but it was
that
hail, and it happened in the city, and it took that day, mainly in the downtown area. Missing everybody else, including the airport, which officially had the wind down and the rainfall down to zero here,
and if
with
you're looking
a
for a
deficit
job,
of 2.57 inches for the year. So that's what we're looking at there. 73 on the morning low, 97 on the afternoon high today. That's what happens when you have light winds. You get lower lows, which is below normal, afternoon high above normal, and the heat index under control with the lack of humidity because of the lighter winds winds and less moisture flow off the Gulf. Now, we've got a couple stray showers around the region, a couple outside of the coastal bend out here in the brush country near Laredo, and then we've got this outflow boundary coming. That's going to miss us here this evening, but that will lead, again, a pool of cool air coming out of these thunderstorms, and that will generate a little bit of activity here overnight and again tomorrow morning across the region. So that's what we're looking at there. Right now, the only shower activity is just north of Refugio there along 77.
There are
pretty
so
far
many
north of
outlets
Refugio,
these days
and
to
that's
put the
just
film
about
out
it. We
there
had a couple showers
and see how
approaching
it does.
Sinton,
Robert
and they
Cantu, who was
dissipated.
born
So
in
here's a
Corpus
look at the
Christi,
satellite
for his
radar.
film
These clouds
Jason
coming
Z.
in from the north
There's a poster right
will
there
thin out here
on
later
YouTube
tonight. But
5
again, it's
days
going to be a
ago.
quiet evening
It's
if you
closing
have
in on
outdoor plans.
500 views.
But here's
Not
what's
bad, not
happening.
great.
Again,
But all
there's
it
the
takes is
outflow
one
boundary
view
right
from the
there,
right
and it's
person,
inbound
saying
from
Ethan,
the
you like
northeast
these
into the coastal bend. We've got pressure in Brownsville, also in Louisiana. A very, very light flow off the Gulf of Mexico today. And with that, the forecast for clouds and rain. In the middle of the night, we'll see a few showers develop along that outflow up to our north, and then a couple more during the day tomorrow. But again, we'll call it isolated in nature, about the same amount to a little bit more rain tomorrow than what we saw today in coverage, but not much. Go ahead with all outdoor plans. Monday morning, rain will be up to the north. Monday afternoon, there's not going to be any rain at all. It looks pretty dry here, at least to me, as far as rainfall goes on Monday. Where it does rain between now and Tuesday, there's actually going to be some pockets of heavier rain, but most of it's going to be on the light side. All right, the short-term forecast for this evening, dropping through the 80s to about 80 at midnight with very light winds that will continue to be in the single digits overnight and early in the morning as we drop down to the mid-70s just before daybreak. We'll have a low of 74 degrees, 73 in Sinton, Beeville, about 80 along the coast there on Long Island, 76 tranquil and steamy at 7 in the morning, 90 at noon with an isolated shower around the city then, and a weak sea breeze will blow that inland tomorrow afternoon. It'll be 90 degrees at 5 p.m. The highs tomorrow, down from today at 92, we'll have more clouds in the area, 89 in Rockport and also Port Aransas. Here's that upper level low coming over tomorrow night as that backs off on Monday. It's over on Monday, so
Jason Z is the same character from the Friday the 13th
some
series.
moisture flow from the
Cantu
tropics
calls his work
for
a fan
Tuesday night
film,
and
he
Wednesday,
says
but it's gone by Thursday. That's great news then, as we turn our attention to the 4th of July. So here it is
even though he
with
invested
the rain map here all together, and you can see that low again, not causing a lot of rain until we get to Tuesday night and into Wednesday morning. We'll see scattered showers here Wednesday, then it lifts out on
This is your Action 10 Kitchen Cops Report, brought to you by Chubby's Mattress, where there's no limit to what a man and a dog can do.
We're only talking about a half inch here, so this is not a big deal for us. It is elsewhere. Here is a look at the winds, and they're going to be light here overnight, and during the day tomorrow they do pick up in the afternoon. Your NEC Co-op Energy 7-day forecast, 74 tonight, 92 isolated showers tomorrow, hot and dry, 94 on Monday, isolated showers Tuesday,
yes, indeed.
scattered on Wednesday, the wettest day of the next 7. 4th of July looks windy and hot, as does Friday and Saturday of next week. Oh, by the way, we're deep into the heart of hurricane season, and the 2019 Hurricane Special is on Chris 6 tomorrow night.
We've got Dad.
Brought to you by those 4 characters right there. 10:35 tomorrow night, right here on Chris 6.
Right, lots of helpful information in there, I'm sure, Dale.
That's right.
All right, thank you. And some of the best Fortnite players are on the island. Waves Resort Corpus Christi featuring this little water park held its first gaming championship tournament. It was a $25 and the top players will walk home with a big cash prize, on day passes, and bragging rights. This is one of several tournaments the water park plans to host. These events will be live on Twitch for full stream and commentating during the World Summer Gaming Championship.
Sticker goes to the Marble Slab Creamery at 4938 Staples. It's their 4th. That's Katie Havens with the honors. The lone B-lister tonight, Takaniwa at 5216 SPID with an 89. Inspectors found chicken at the wrong temperature, food on the floor, raw chicken stored above beef, employees not washing their hands, employees not wearing beard guards, wiping towels not stored properly, and the employee's restroom door has to be self-closing.
If you have a complaint, all you have to do is call the health department, 826-7222. There's always somebody on duty. If you'd like to see the list of businesses featured tonight, including JB's, go to our website, kztv10.com.
Nearing 50. Super Paul 0505, 10-4. Yeah, 420.
And lots of comic book lovers and comic movie fans are over at the American Bank Center, and that's for the 2019
last night. Police tell us